Welcome, everybody, to episode 217 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Eric.
Will.
I'm Corey.
Hey, all of us are here this week. We're going to be talking about Super Mario Maker, the new Wii U release. Dave, you might want to tune out now. I know you aren't a fan of when we do our... Dave in Boston, by the way. I know you're not a fan of when we do our Nintendo episode, so we'll see you next week when we talk about the Taken King. Teasers. Anyone have anything you want to tease for later on in the episode?
If I'm still here, I'll talk a little bit about my Destiny experience leading into next week.
Sounds good. Corey, anything?
No, man. My week has been Super Mario Maker exclusively. I don't even think I played Metal Gear.
What about Hearthstone?
Well, that's a given.
Of course you played Hearthstone.
And I played a little Rocket League today, my pre-podcast warm-up.
Ritual.
Oh, I played
Gotcha.
some Rocket League too, but nothing of note, I don't think.
Okay. Well, let's get right into Super Mario Maker, shall we? So it came out on Friday, obviously. Nintendo likes to release their games on Friday, which I still find kind of weird.
September 11th.
Yes, it's September 11th.
The 11th of September, I believe, is how they were wording it.
Yeah. 11/9. Yeah, they do 11/9/15. Mostly the other world does that.
Well,
The
they
rest of the world.
I think they realized at a certain point that September 11th, like
Yeah.
everybody immediately thinks one thing, so they started saying the 11th of September.
That's probably, yeah, I see what you're saying. That's probably a good, pretty smart move.
Yeah.
Would it have been in poor taste if they said releases the day after the 10th of September?
Whatever. Either way, like anywhere, 2-3 days around there, you're always thinking of one thing.
Yep, totally true. So yeah, it came out on a Friday, like I said, which is weird. Me and Eric both got ours from Best Buy through the Gamers Club Unlocked. Is that what it's called? I don't
Yeah.
even know what it's called.
Gamers Club Unlocked.
Eric went to get his first. Well, yeah, I mean, you'll talk about your experience during our weeks, or do you want to talk about your experience now?
Oh, I can talk about it now.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to work until later that afternoon, and the first amiibo that I really, really wanted, for whatever reason, came out that day too, which was the classic Mario Pixel amiibo. So I decided I was going to go on my first amiibo hunt. I originally had planned on going to Target, but I thought they opened later than they actually did. So I rolled out of bed at 7:45. And they opened at 8, so I said, well, that's not going to work out.
Yeah.
But I got ready fast enough before Best Buy opened at 10 to go pick my game up, so I went to Target. And all they had left was Dr. Mario. They didn't have Ganondorf or Zero Suit Samus either. So the guy told me there was a line waiting at the door in the morning for it. So I said, shit. But I had driven by Best Buy on my way there, and there was nobody in line. So I said, all right, well, I'll go back there. So I went back to Best Buy, and I waited for like a half hour outside the store before they opened. And they had all of the amiibo that day.
All the Wave 5B, I think is what it's called.
Whatever it was. So I ended up, I did get the classic Mario amiibo. But yeah, I don't know, it was pretty painless. They probably had like 6, 7 of each of them.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't get the game there. I didn't get Mario Maker there.
Oh, that's right. You got
I got it
GameStop.
at GameStop because I traded my 3DS in.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. And while you were at GameStop,
While I went to GameStop, they also had the amiibo, it turned out. But I spotted on the back counter with my little eye the Splatoon 3-pack that Dan has been trying to get his hands on for a while now.
I tried to import it from Canada even.
Yeah.
Didn't
So
work.
grabbed that for him. The guy told me, he's like, yeah, we don't see these very often. He's like, I don't know when we're going to get it again. So I grabbed it. Yeah, so a successful amiibo hunt.
It was a very successful amiibo day. It was an exciting day for the podcast.
Yeah.
Mario Maker and a bunch of amiibo.
Absolutely.
So
I have
We
just a
should
brief
get that
question
banner
about that.
What's that?
When you go to Best Buy, and I know you trade in wherever you get the best deal, does Best Buy or GameStop sell gift cards for the other store?
I don't think so.
I don't
Well,
think so.
if either of them did, it would be Best Buy selling a GameStop card, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
I've never really looked.
I know GameStop you can get like Steam Wallet cards and stuff, and Origin cards, and
Xbox Live.
Yep, PSN cards.
Yeah.
That's about the only eShop. That's
Because what I'm thinking, it sounds like does GameStop usually give the better trade-in deal?
Pretty much, yeah.
Although,
I wonder if that's Best Buy's rationale for why they can give you such a sweet deal on the new games, because they figure if we get people to do that, then they'll trade in here. We'll give them less money than our competitors and pay it back to them
Yeah,
in
but with cheaper games.
with cheaper games.
I
Maybe.
have seen some good trade-in deals at Best Buy though, here and there.
Yeah.
Like FIFA 15, if you traded that in, I'm pretty sure it was Best Buy. If you traded that towards FIFA 16, after all the shenanigans of getting like, I think it came through a couple of $10 credits and whatever else, you ended up getting like $30 for last year's FIFA.
Pretty good.
So I unfortunately bought it digitally, so could not trade it in.
Bummer.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did you end up getting Mario Maker, Corey?
Amazon. I forget, one day last week or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, there was like $10 off on Amazon for Super Mario Maker, and I knew I really wanted to play it. I was just going to pick it up at the store, but I pre-ordered it and got release day delivery. However, I was traveling to your guys' neck of the woods, so I had it shipped there. And I brought my Wii U because I didn't want to play on Will's Wii U, because anything I unlocked, I didn't want to have to do again on my own. So it was a big production. The weekend, the logistics of the weekend were based around
Mario
Mario
Maker.
Maker.
I love that.
Yeah,
Sounds like my life in a nutshell.
structuring your life around when you
Game
can play
time.
games.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hear ya. Okay, well let's talk about the game. So obviously, Super Mario Maker, the kind of genesis of the game is to build your own Mario levels. When you first start up the game, like, you have a handful of options, and you slowly unlock them over the course of 10 days.
Slowly.
Yeah, which we'll start with talking about that. I mean, I think that seems to be most people's complaint about Super Mario Maker. It was the unlock process, and it's you're supposed to unlock everything over the course of 10 days. There's a bunch of different like ways around it, but are all kind of a pain too. So
Yes.
Well,
Corey, you seem to have the most stuff unlocked based on like when I play your levels. What was your process for unlocking everything?
well, first of all, they patched that requirement out.
See, it didn't but I still had to wait the 10 days. Like, it wouldn't go any faster for me. I don't know why
Yeah,
that
mine
is.
either.
It might have seemed that way, but I unlocked everything just by regular building. And there are people, yeah, there's exploits and stuff, and people have finagled it to where you could get an unlock every 42 seconds, I think was the fastest time I saw on the internet anyway, just by finagling some stuff. But just by playing and building levels and stuff, I'd say it probably took me maybe 8 hours of building and making levels to unlock everything.
Wow. Yeah, that would not work for me at all. I had to wait the next day. It even said, like, when I unlocked the next thing, like log back-
Delivery tomorrow.
Yeah, delivery tomorrow. It
would tell you what was
your
coming.
of your next round of items.
I mean, it said that to me too.
Okay, it just wouldn't, like, I spent a few hours with trying to unlock everything the classic way, and
If
I
they
just had
patched it, why the fuck didn't they take that out? Like,
yeah.
it telling you that.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
I ended up just changing the system clock. Like,
That's what I did after you told me.
yeah, I would mess around with it and then change the system clock to a day later,
Yep.
and then log back in and unlock
Which
that
is
stuff.
a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it took a while. It was kind of a pain in the butt. But,
Yeah.
ultimately, I ended up finally getting everything today.
I still don't have everything almost.
Yeah, I unlocked the last round of items, but
That didn't really bother me though. I know it really bothered you guys, I could tell.
yeah.
How could it not bother you? That's so stupid. Like,
I don't
who's
know. There's a lot of video games that don't give you access to everything right away. And
But
like
why would this one do that?
what I assume the rationale was they wanted people to not
It was-
feel overwhelmed at first. And I
Yeah.
agree with you that it's probably a little too long. Although I honestly didn't have an issue with my 8 hours to get everything. But for most people, I think that's too long. And also they kind of wanted people to figure out the basics of level design and building stuff. And the best way to do that is just to give people a few tools. And I don't know, I had fun with it right off the bat. And at no point was I like, man, I wish I had this, or this, so I could do something else. Like, I kind of just made do with what I had.
Yeah.
And then the
I
stuff
don't
slowly
like that.
came in, and
If I pay $60 for a game, I want the whole thing. And I was more anxious about having to unlock things than I would have been if everything was unlocked.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
I was more
tinkering.
overwhelmed by the issue that I had to wait for all this shit than I would have been overwhelmed if I had all of the shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It really, really bothers me.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have been happier if it had like split in two. Like, you start off with like half the items, or just a sample,
Yeah.
half a third maybe, and then over the course of like 3 or 4 hours, unlock the rest of the stuff.
That would have been a lot better.
Yeah, but would have, could have, should. I see where they were going with it. I think Corey's right. I think they didn't want to overwhelm everybody right off the bat, but
God, come on.
Well, part of it was I was playing like some people's levels that had all these really cool items that I didn't have access to. I'm like, oh, I'd like to take that and put it in one of my level ideas, or take this and put it in one of my level ideas, and I couldn't. So then I just kind of waited until I unlocked everything, and it played levels at the beginning.
Yeah, what I would have done if I were designing Mario Maker is I would have made it objective based. So that way you knew specifically what you had to do to unlock something, and it wasn't just based on time, which is silly. Because you even think of like games like Smash Brothers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If they don't give you all the characters right away, but at least you know what the process is to get the character that you really want.
Right. So
I would have done something like that, but
yeah, that would have been a good idea.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's talk about our levels, shall we? Corey, you spent the most time.
Yeah, I did.
Making levels.
Oh my god, I couldn't stop. Yeah.
Let's hear your thought process behind them. I played all your levels. There's only one I didn't beat.
Get Down, Shut Up.
Yep.
Nobody's beaten that one, and I really don't think it's that hard.
I had a real hard time with it. Well, you know the process because you made it.
Like that's a big part of it is you really have to play test your levels. And
Yep.
even so, no matter how many times you play test your levels, you won't pick up on things. Like Dan, I watched you play Get Down and Shut Up in your primer video. That's on YouTube. Dan and his wife put together a primer episode or primer video for this episode, so check it out.
Explain some of the basics.
It's on our YouTube channel. But you tried that level in that stream, and I watched you, and Val's like, oh, are you going to go get that block right at the start? And you're like, no, I just found it slows me down. And I'm like, slows you down? That doesn't make any sense. And then I watched you just sprint across the bottom part, which you could only do if you were little, and I didn't even think of that.
Oh, see, that's one of the cool things about the game is figuring out different ways. And like you said, because you probably played a completely different way, but I found that from my experience, that was the best way for me to get through to the point that I kept dying. You know?
And I made my girlfriends play my levels. My girlfriends. My girlfriend. My girlfriends play my level. No, my girlfriend play my levels just to see her thought process and stuff like that. And she was doing things like I didn't even think of, and I'm like, oh shit, I got to go back and edit that out, and that kind of stuff. And she's terrible at video games, especially Mario. So I learned a lot from that. And her friend brought her son over, who's 4, I believe. And I played a lot with him, which was a lot of fun because he wasn't very good at it. So like we'd design levels together, and he'd tell me what he wanted where, and then he'd go in and try and play through it. And he loved it. He thought the game was hilarious. And it was nice because I gave him the Wiimote to play with, and I was using the gamepad, so I can kind of help him along. Because he could only really jump. He had a hard time moving and jumping at the same time, so I'd do the moving, and I'd tell him when to jump, and then he'd jump. And that's an aside. But anyway, my first level I built was called Shroom Alleyway. And what I wanted to do with that was like something I hadn't seen in a Mario game. So what I did was I gave you a bunch of mushrooms at the beginning so you became big, but you had to sacrifice one of those mushrooms to get through a pipe. And I remember from watching, I think it was Miyamoto or somebody in one of the videos leading up to Mario Maker when they were promoting the game, were talking about level design. And they were talking about the first levels in Mario games and how they teach you something they teach you something early on in a level in a very simple way, and you can fall back on that later on to realize, oh, this is what I need to do. So that's what was my rationale by giving you 4 mushrooms right off the bat, and there's only one way to go. So obviously you have to lose a mushroom, and then hopefully people would realize that was the case throughout the level. Yep. And I did kind of stick to that one theme throughout. And I don't think I had anything unlocked for that level. I think that was all the basic stuff.
Basic tools.
Yeah. So that was fun. I have a number of different levels. The one I called my masterpiece was the Ace Dogflight one.
That was cool.
I thought it was really cool. I had a great time. I was thinking like kind of like a cinematic quality to it. I tried to put sound effects in the right spots. And did you beat that one, Dan?
Yeah,
Okay, only one person beat it, so it must have been you.
took a while.
I came damn close and died right at the ass end of it.
Oh, that sucks.
I fucking hate your levels, by the way.
See, I don't. In like, what I like about the game is that it tells you how many people have attempted it, how many
Yep.
people have beaten it, and people can star it and stuff like that. But like the levels that nobody was beating, I go back and like edit them to make it easier. And even before I put them out, one of the designers said something along the lines of, if you die more than twice when you're trying to beat your level, because once you're finished creating it, you have to beat it before you can upload it,
Yep.
just to prove it's possible. And somebody said if you die more than twice, then your level's too hard. So
Really?
I kind of stuck to that rationale and just kept going back, and wherever I die, I just make that part easier until I only died, no more than twice playing through my levels.
Huh, that's interesting. It's neat to hear all these little anecdotes about the creation of levels too from the Mario games. That's something I never would have thought of.
Well, and one of the things I've been doing is constantly refreshing the Mario Maker Reddit just to see what people
Okay.
are talking about and get ideas for level design and stuff like that. One of the things I didn't want to do, and you guys can tell me if you feel like I did, was troll people. Like I
I
never
didn't like
wanted to
that.
screw anybody into like failing.
Yeah, because I watched the one of the channels I follow on Twitch. They played a lot of Mario Maker over the weekend, and some people like there'd be 3 or 4 doors, and 3 out of the 4 doors would just drop you right into a lava pit.
Yeah.
Like that's not really helping you
No, that's
play
stupid.
Mario. Yeah, and the guy was getting just pissed about it, and I can
Of course he
understand.
was. It's a waste of time, is
Yep,
what that is.
exactly. Yeah, that's definitely trolly stuff, and
Yeah.
I didn't go for that in any of my levels either because it annoys me.
Yep. Do you guys? I think I avoided that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about your Mushroom Alleyway. One of the things I really liked about it is, in Mario games specifically, like you're trained to avoid taking damage, but you actually in that one it was weird because you had to jump through the piranha plant.
Yep.
And I really,
A few
really,
times.
I thought that was a neat idea, neat concept for your first level.
I also tried to, in all of my levels, provide some sort of shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
But it was always kind of with a cost. Like if you took the shortcut, then you missed out on this mushroom or something like that.
Right.
So I have a lot of those in my levels too. And I kind of tried to utilize the whole verticality of the level too. So you'd go like really far to the right, and then you'd go up and back left, and then up and to the right again. And that was fun. Did you guys play my last one, Malt Factory?
I played that one today.
I beat that one before it came.
That one I tried to make like easy.
Yeah, I think I might have beaten that on like the second try.
Yeah,
Might have died once or twice when I did it.
Yeah.
it's got a pretty good completion rate. But that was the first one I built where I had everything unlocked. So there's sub rooms in that one, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That makes it a lot of fun because you can have like in my malt factory, which is like a lava factory, I had a room of ice, and the pipe that you went in went down, so it was like going beneath the lava, and then you're in the ice. And I tried to think about the whole like layout of where the ice would be in whatchamacallit, in relation to the lava and all that kind of stuff to make it feel more natural.
Natural, yeah. Yeah. That came out good. Eric, what was your creation experience? What were your levels like?
I've only worked on one level.
Okay. Did you upload it yet?
No, I
Okay.
just finished it before I got here.
Gotcha.
And so I haven't even had a chance to beat it myself.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be kind of hard. I actually think it's pretty good. I'm proud of my level.
I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, it's called Highs and Lows, and I also took advantage of the verticality. It's taken me a while to do it. And, the more stuff I'm unlocking, I'm going back and putting some different enemies in it and things like that. Yeah, I don't know. I it's very easy to use to create.
It's surprisingly easy to use and make levels and stuff.
I was worried about like I thought I was going to start getting confused about putting in like doors and
Right.
where they would end up and things but they made it so easy.
Yeah.
Like super easy.
Yep.
So I've got some doors in there. It's got bandsaw running on on a track, some stuff like that. But you'll notice the further along that the level gets, I clearly started unlocking some more stuff.
Oh, so there's more things out there.
Yeah, like sound effects that there's none in the beginning and towards the end, and but I really like it. I hope you guys like it. I'm gonna hopefully finish it tonight. I'm hoping that I can beat it myself.
Right.
So we'll see how it goes.
Right.
Because playing through Corey's, well, I think I only beat the one. I was getting so pissed, I just quit.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that you could tell. I thought Dan's personality came across in his levels very well.
Which ones did you play?
All of them.
Okay. Did you play Touchdown Boy?
Yeah.
Okay. That was the one I made like just this afternoon. I finished it and uploaded it like probably at like 5 or 6 o'clock.
I wish I had known. I didn't play that one. I played the rest of them though.
Yeah, like they were, just kind of fun and
I was
nice. And Dan's a real nice guy, and Corey always has a shit-eating grin on his face. And I feel like his levels are kind of have a shit-eating grin on their face. But that's cool. Like I feel like both of your personalities kind of came across.
Yeah, I was kind of going for like levels that you would find in like a Mario game. I was trying to, make it fit in with like my cargo ship level. I wanted it to feel like it was an actual like Mario 3 level. The wall jumping one wasn't necessarily a Wii U one. I played the Super Meat Boy or Super Meat Bros level for. I bet you I died 300 times trying to beat that level, maybe 400, a lot. But I kind of took inspiration from that level.
Okay.
It's a Super Meat Boy stage that someone made. It's someone from Game Explain that they made for Super Mario Brothers or Mario Maker rather. I actually because luckily when I beat the level finally after 300 or whatever 350 tries, I was testing out the recording equipment, so I recorded it, which was lucky, I guess. But yeah, I tacked that on the end of our primer video if you want to watch.
I watched you.
That was so hard.
It's impressive. Well done.
Thank you. But I took inspiration from that level for my wall jumping one. And then Touchdown Boy, I don't know, I just wanted to make a football level.
I wanted to tell you, I downloaded your wall jumping one because I thought it was a really good base, and I feel like I can add something to it.
Yeah.
Like when I was going through it, there were a few spots where I was like, I feel like it could be a little more difficult right here.
Yep.
But like I said, Dan's too nice of a guy to try and fuck somebody over there. But I, on the other hand, am not.
And that's one of the cool things about it too. Like if you find a level that you really like, you can download it and tinker with it any way you want.
That is really, really cool. Like I think that is such a cool feature. I didn't even know that was possible. Like to download somebody else's, if you all of a sudden are like, oh, I think I could really add something to this one. So I think that's really neat.
Yep. Yeah, my first level I called Participation Trophy. And there's absolutely no way you can die in it.
I like that, Dan.
Yeah,
it says you're a winner.
Yeah, it says I spelled out "you're a winner" in coins up above it, and
it's playing right now in the stream. It's perfect.
Okay,
perfect time.
The only way you can die in it is if you wait for time to expire, but it's 500 seconds. It's a long time. All the enemies are contained. There's no holes you can jump into. I'm gonna add like fireworks as you're jumping through, like jumping over the things. That's an addition. That's something I wanted to add to the level.
I loved the sound effects in it.
Oh, did I put the one with the sound effects in it?
I think you did.
Okay.
Maybe there was sound effects in a different level that I really liked, but I think you did.
Could be. I put them in Touchdown Boy.
Oh, could have been that one.
So, yeah, I don't know. That was my first level. I was just like, I wasn't feeling like making something. So
the best part though, Dan, is the trampoline at the end on top of the platform.
I had to give you a boost so you could jump higher onto the.
I'll be damned if I didn't grab it and carry it over the finish line.
That's usually what I did too. It's usually I just ran into it.
But yeah, like when I first started it, I just was like, God damn, I'm never ever gonna create anything, and I was literally thinking about trading it in, not because I didn't like it,
right?
Just because I just didn't think that me personally that I was gonna get any use out of it.
Yeah.
But now that I've finished a level, and actually think it's pretty good, and I really like it. I'm glad that I decided not to trade it in.
Yeah.
Because I think I could probably really get into making some levels.
Yeah.
It's just whether I can keep away from other video games to do
Right.
so.
Right. Yeah, I actually thought I had a much better time building levels than I thought I would. I
That's
thought I was
neat.
going to be in the same boat as you. Like
Yeah.
I'd make one or two just to talk about on the podcast, and then I'd be done making levels. But I've actually had like a really good time with it. And, I kind of want to have themed levels. Like I said, my touchdown boy level, it's a football field basically. It's spaced out like a football field. I've got 2 end zones and goalposts and 11 defenders that you have to run and jump over. And
I didn't even realize
yeah,
that.
there's 11 defenders, and Mario gets a helmet right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can keep it through the whole level. I haven't been
didn't.
able to.
It'd be nice if there was like a football or something like that.
Well, I originally made it in the Super Mario world because there is a football-like guy in that, if you remember.
Yeah,
he-
Chucky Charge or whatever.
Yes, yeah,
Charging
something
Chuck.
like that. But he wasn't in the game to play, so I knew you could put the helmet on in Super Mario Brothers Wii U, so I switched it over to Wii U. That's another cool thing about it, the game too, is you can, I was making it in Super Mario World. If I wanted to put it back to Mario 3, I could put it back to Mario 3. If I want to do the original Mario, you can put it just a touch of a
It's
button.
awesome.
So easy.
That is such a cool feature. Like,
Yeah.
I just like I said, I just finished mine, and it's the new Super Mario Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to go back and like look at it
And see if it
in the
comes
other
out
ones
better.
and just see if I like any of them better, like the older ones or whatever the case is. But yeah, like you said, like switching between the levels and switching between the menus is really easy.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I saw too. When I was watching the people on Twitch that I follow play it, there was a lot of people in the chat. They're like, "I have to buy a Wii U to buy this game and play it." It's that cool.
There's a lot of creative people out there.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
People like to put their ideas out there and have people talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like Facebook, but for video games.
Yeah,
if you put your
exactly.
idea out there,
Mm-hmm.
and people can like it, people can start following you.
Yep.
And you take your ideas and work off them.
yeah,
Like
run with them.
it's literally like social media for video games.
Yeah, and it finally the gamepad finally kind of makes sense.
The gamepad's fucking awesome for this.
It's perfect for it. And if they had thought of this like when they were designing the system, I'm like, I totally get it. I don't know if they did or not, but it's genius. It works perfectly.
And it's a whole different discussion, but like that's the thing about the Wii U. Is there's like 4 or 5 games
That actually
are
use that.
so well, not
Perfect,
even the
that's perfect for it.
gamepad. I'm not even talking about the gamepad.
Oh, okay.
Just the Wii U in general. There's just like 4 or 5 games that are so fucking good.
Yeah.
That like you just have to have a Wii U.
Yep. Just for those games.
But the rest of it's kind of shit.
Yeah.
But you can totally justify from Mario Kart, Mario Maker, Smash Brothers, maybe Hyrule Warriors,
Yeah.
Bayonetta 2, maybe, and there's one I'm missing. But like, and this one is in that same vein. Like, it's so much different than other stuff. You can't get anything like this.
Yeah.
On an Xbox or a
Right.
PlayStation. I guess Minecraft kind of.
It is Minecraft-esque, I guess. Sackboy. What's the Little Big Planet? It has a similar level creator.
Yeah.
It's similar, not exactly.
But you know
the
what
same.
it doesn't have? Mario Charm.
Mario, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And
That's the thing, and like in my opinion, the Mario games aren't even the best platformers out there.
No, I disagree. Or I agree with. No, I'm sorry. I agree with you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. It's but like Mario is just so ingrained in our DNA. I mean, the first one came out in the United States in 1985, and
Yeah.
we've been playing Mario all those years, and like that jump mechanic and everything is just it's a part of us, and now we get to have infinite fun and just create anything we want. And like Eric said with the social media aspect, like it'll say, oh, you have notifications. It's like, oh my gosh, what are my notifications going to be? Like just like on Facebook. And you click the thing and then it says so and so started your course, so and so commented on your course.
Yep.
And all that stuff. And that that's the addicting part of it. Is just not only creating the levels but experiencing, like, knowing that people are playing them and sometimes hopefully giving you feedback.
Yeah.
And star people's levels, please. It doesn't hurt you to just star levels. If it's halfway competent, just throw them a star.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been doing that actually. I've come across some really really cool levels. Well, let's talk about the other game modes because you know the maker is just kind of half the game. The other half of the game being the actually playing levels. There's a couple of different ways you can play levels. First, there's the 10 Mario challenge, which you get 10 Marios to complete like it's almost like a Mario world, I guess. And it'll randomly select levels from the thing that you have 10 Marios to complete. Obviously you can get one-ups and stuff when you're playing the level, so I generally haven't had too much trouble doing the 10 Mario challenge. There's also
Well, those-
100. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
the 10 levels challenge or 10 Mario challenge is levels uploaded by the development team of the game.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
They're just
Oh.
showpieces. You know,
Okay,
try
so
to,
that's what.
yep, try to
I
get you
got
to understand, you know, the types of things that you can build. And actually found out if you beat it 7 times, you unlock the Nintendo World Championship levels that they had.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna have to do
clever.
that.
I think there's 4 of them. I beat the first one. They're pretty hard. And they're kind of gimmicky, just like all the levels that people are uploading, but it's fun.
That's cool. I'll have to do that. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, but the 100 Mario challenge, you get 100 Mario's to beat, depending on the difficulty level. You know, I think it's 8 levels or 16 levels. The easy ones, 16 levels. We'll pick easy levels. If you're having a lot of trouble on a level, you can just hold down the minus button.
Mm-hmm.
Minus button, and it'll skip over it and go on to a new level. But that, yeah, randomly picks levels for you to play. And you have 100 Mario's to get through it.
Did you guys try that on Expert?
I tried briefly on Expert.
I didn't try it at all.
It's pretty brutal. A
Yep.
lot of those levels, like there's probably one way to do it, and you have to get it perfect. Like it's some of that stuff's really hard.
Yeah. I don't know what the algorithm is. Are they just choosing levels that nobody's beaten or very few people have beaten? I don't know.
It might be levels with low clear rates.
Yeah. The farthest I made it was the 6th level. I tried 3 times.
Wow.
I got to the 6th level, and it sort of got to the point, and this is kind of what I don't like about it, is I'd get to a level that was really hard, but I thought was really well created, but I was just losing too many lives, and I'm like, I gotta skip this, otherwise I'm not gonna make it through the challenge,
Yeah.
which sucks. I mean, you can star it and play it later, but I don't know. You just kind of you get to the point where it's so difficult that you're just skipping till you get to a level that
That you can beat.
you can beat.
Feel like
Yeah.
you have a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that one picks random levels. I think that's how people end up like playing my levels is just through that, you know. Other than you guys. What else is there? Oh, and then there's the level like search thing, which has the most starred levels, the most up and coming levels, and featured levels. Which I don't know exactly what constitutes a featured or up and coming level.
The featured levels are chosen by the staff, the game staff.
Oh, okay. That's one thing I think I felt like they needed was it like a more curated list of
Yeah.
of levels, and I guess that's what that is, right?
Yep, and that's one of my complaints about the game is that stuff isn't very well done.
And that's a lot of people's complaints about the game, actually. But Patricia Hernandez on Kotaku had a good article about that. Someone wrote like a pretty scathing review of Mario Maker.
How dare they?
It wasn't a gaming publication. It was like the Washington Post or something like that. Washington Post Game Reviews or something like that. That wrote a scathing review about it. She was just responding to that. She's like, she used YouTube as an example.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, YouTube isn't a crappy service because a lot of people upload crappy videos. People just put stuff on there. It's up to like the users to seek out the good things. And she said once Nintendo puts better tools in the game to seek out the good levels and stuff, it should get better. Because there is plenty of crappy levels out there.
Yep.
But a lot of them, they might have been made by 7-year-old kids. You don't know. So.
Just going off of that, I actually on Reddit I asked permission from this person if I could read some of their points. And the name of the user is Neoslith on Reddit, and Neoslith posted the 10 Commandments of Super Mario Maker. And I just wanted to touch on a few of them in terms of design because I think it could lead to some interesting discussion. One of them: Thou shalt not obstruct the course end. Did any of you guys run into any of those kind of levels?
Explain.
So there was one that I ran into where when you're in once you get to a certain point horizontally on the level, if there's things up in the air, it'll drop. And I got to one that if you didn't sprint at the very end and dodge some enemies, bullet bills would fall on top of the flagpole, and you couldn't touch the flagpole to end the level.
Oh, yeah, that's cheap trolley trick.
Yeah.
Bush
So,
League.
and as Neoslith puts it, throwing a ton of piranha plants and leaving only one spot to finish the level is terrible. It hinders the player, and it's annoying. The end goal should be the one place there are no obstacles. Although there is an amendment. Obstacles are okay at the course goal, however, try not to completely block the goal or otherwise make it impassable. I'm kind of with that.
That's fair.
And then there was a couple where only the tippy top of the flagpole was sticking out, and you kind of had to find it. That was kind of obnoxious.
Yeah. Okay.
Thou shalt not hide blocks during jumps. Did any of you guys run into those?
Oh, I didn't run across that. Or wait, no, I did. I did run across that the day I got it. I was playing somebody's, and it was fucking annoying.
Yep.
When you can't see him, and then you jump and you
Hit him.
hit it and you dive because an enemy's there or something, and you can't get out of the way. Yeah, that's stupid.
Never punish the player not knowing something. Hidden blocks should be used to hide goodies or misdirect them, not make them fall to their death.
Agreed.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
So frustrating. I hit a couple where you're jumping across a pit or something, and you hit your head on a hidden block and fall into the...
Yeah, I haven't had that happen, fortunately.
Oh, it's so stupid.
That's the kind of stuff that bad reviews are written because of.
Yep.
From the Washington Post.
Yep.
I mean, who really cares about their opinion anyway, though?
Right.
Pretend you work for Nintendo. I would say 80% of the levels online right now would be rejected from Nintendo and trashed. Nintendo takes their time to make their levels good and fun, and you should too. Turn on the Mario Tracer so you can see his run and fall patterns, and use that for platforming and obstacles. A level may not be finished in one sitting, and that's okay. I discovered the Mario Shadow feature by mistake.
Oh,
What is this? I don't know of it.
it tracks Mario, so you like when you're making your level, you can. That's how I made my wall jump level, because I could see where Mario was like it's a, like a movement stream of where he goes.
So does it does it when you play it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's when you're making the level. So like, if you have Mario run and jump, like, jump off a wall, jump off a wall, jump off the wall, when you pause it again, it'll show you where he went and where he lands and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
And it's good for placing like
They really
platforms to
thought
jump in.
very well about all of the editing tools in this game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a very, very useful tool.
like obviously completely different games, but like Metal Gear, we said last week, thought of everything. I feel like Mario Maker, in terms of just making levels, they really thought of everything.
Yep.
Yeah. And Nintendo, just in the big picture, has always kind of had that privilege of being able to just spend as long as they needed on a game to make it what it needed to be.
Right.
And it definitely shows in Mario Maker. And like you guys were talking about earlier, just the seamlessness of those creation tools and switching between the skins of which Mario game, and like the instantaneous in and out. Like you can build something and then just tap the play button and immediately be right there and test it out and see how it works and stuff like that. It's just
switching, not even just between like Mario 3 and Super Mario World, but like also, am I in a ghost house? Am I underwater? Like whatever.
Yeah,
that's
the
so
location
cool.
of the level.
Yeah.
Yep. And speaking of, one of the 10 Commandments, test your levels as you play. You might think the level may work one way, but until you play it, you won't know. I've had plenty of levels where I wanted to use a Lakitu. Did I pronounce that right?
Latiku?
Lakitu.
I always thought it was Lakitu.
Yeah.
Let's go with Lakitu. Eric said it more confidently than Dan and I. But
You gotta own it, Corey, right?
That's right. But it found out it was too easy to kill him and steal his cloud to reach the goal. Keep testing as you go to get the feel for the level and how it flows. And
I can speak to that one.
Yep. Too.
When I was making my level, I put one of those guys, Lakitu. I put him in my level, and I quickly realized that you could just fly to the end of my level.
Yeah.
So what I did was I put a wall, basically, but I didn't completely block it off. I put some obstacles in the way so that if you did want to stay in the cloud, it doesn't prevent you from using the cloud, but you're going to have to earn it if you want to get through.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
It actually helped.
Yeah.
Like I realized, oh shit, that's way too easy.
Yep.
But I didn't want to take away the cloud
Yeah.
if you wanted to use it, because there's a couple paths you could take. So I was like, oh, let's just put a couple different obstacles in here. And that's when the stuff that I started to unlock came in very handy.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I ran into the same situation with my cargo ship level. I had a coin box with a flower where you could jump on top of it, jump on top of Lakitu, and fly to the end of the level. So I ended up moving it, and it's just like on the ground, like there.
your flower,
My flower.
I know
yeah.
exactly what you're talking
Yep,
about.
I had that on top of the block, so you could jump on there, jump on the flying guy, and go to the end of the level. But I didn't want that. So
I thought to myself, you don't see that enough in Mario games where there's just a flower there.
that was initially in a surprise box or whatever.
That's pretty neat.
Yep.
We should do like a weekly, assuming that we have made
yeah.
game or levels. Like,
Yeah.
what
just
went into
an
your
update.
level this week?
Yeah, an update.
That's kind of neat.
That's a great idea.
New segment
Genius.
or video.
Video. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
we can talk about that later.
Yep. Go ahead, Corey.
Those are the biggest ones I wanted to read. I know we're running kind of long here, so I won't run through them all. But the test your level thing too, it kind of brings me to another point. In Nintendo has been really good recently about adding updates to their games, and like the Mario Kart 8 DLC was really well done, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they add in this game, because I think what it would really, really benefit from is being able to watch replays of people playing your level. Or even like a spectator mode. If you're in the game and it says, "Oh, Dan started playing your level," I could just push the button and watch you play it.
That's a great idea.
Like, how about something like this? If somebody plays your level at the end, you know how in Rocket League at the end of the match you have the option to save the replay.
Yeah.
Like somebody plays through your level and beats it, they can save the replay and put it there for you to watch it. Just so, like Corey was saying, you can kind of look at it and pick through it and see if there's anything you would change.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
You can kind of see, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but you can kind of see in the little screenshot of your level, there's X's on the map, and that's where people have died the most. But it's a super small box. It's not
it's
very user-friendly. And that's about as far as it gets in terms of, feedback on your level, other than this is how many people attempted your level, this is how many have beaten it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which isn't really useful feedback.
No,
it isn't.
No, because you don't know if the person's good at Mario or really bad at Mario or what have you.
Mm-hmm. I have a couple other things I'd like to have them see them add. If you want to get into that.
Yeah, let's hear it.
They need the Frog, Tanuki, and Hammer suits.
Totally agree.
Oh my god, of course they do.
Yeah. I'm day one DLC for this game, just if you guys can't tell. Also, more biomes. Snow and desert would be nice.
Yeah.
And also, there's no like water land combo. It definitely needs that.
Or a way to add water.
Yep.
Levels.
Because even the fish in Mario 3, Big Bertha, I think is the name of it.
Yeah.
That's not in the game, but it would be fun to have that with those water levels. That would be so much fun to make those.
Well, Corey, I mean, you're starting to compile a nice list of things that they conveniently left out. Probably be a DLC pack, like you said.
Exactly. Yeah, it's coming.
Those are all things that should be there.
Right.
Like they just should in a Mario Maker.
Yep. And checkpoints, I think, would be really nice.
I can't believe they didn't put checkpoints.
Halfway
in here.
point, yeah.
Yep.
For the user to put at their discretion,
Because my
point.
level was starting to get. I feel like it's kind of long, which I might end up having to trim it back.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, damn, like I could really use a checkpoint at some point here. And there just is.
Yep. There's a lot of people are discussing it on Reddit, like ways to create kind of fake checkpoints. Basically, like if you fail, you don't die. It just sends you to a shortcut to get back where you failed. It's kind of hard to explain, but there's that.
You'd have to be pretty creative with your level making.
Yeah. The big thing now is figuring out how to get small Mario only in a door, like the kind of obstacles you put in the way, so only a small Mario can get through for a certain part of the level. I don't know. That's the big thing right now. But there's no slopes in the game. Everything's based on the blocks. You can't have any slopes. It'd be nice to have that ability. Mushroom hierarchy doesn't exist. It's whatever you put in the box is what you get out of it, regardless of what you already have. So traditionally in Mario games, if you have a mushroom and you hit a box, either a leaf or a Hushka Power. If you don't know what Hushka Power is, it's the fire power ability. We just call it Hushka Power. It's just like a family thing.
A family term for it.
Hushka Power.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Know that all these years I thought it was actually called Hushka Power
No.
because of you guys.
It's Chris.
I literally just found out that that's not what it's called right now.
Hushka Power, yeah.
Wow.
I love it.
Blew my mind just now.
But yeah, right now it doesn't work like that. It's if you put Hushka Power in a block, you get Hushka Power even if you're small Mario. So it'd be nice to have that. I guess it works if you have it inside a Yoshi egg. That's the only time there's mushroom hierarchy.
Okay.
Digging sand, like in Mario 2. I think that's the only Mario game that had. Or no, the new ones have digging, right?
I don't think so.
No.
I think it was only Mario 2.
The Angry Sun.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Bubbles. There's no bubbles. That'd be nice to do stuff with bubbles, and including the
Yes.
ability to bubble.
Agree.
And also, like, one of my favorite things about Mario 3 are the different worlds. It'd be nice to just create a world with with a bunch of different levels.
Yeah.
With its own background that you kind of create. And I know that's thinking big picture, but Mario Maker 2, that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
But that's all for me. Do you guys have anything you wish they could add?
No.
I would just like some better sorting tools for the level search. That's mostly what I want right now.
So get this. The website Nintendo Life started a search engine for Mario Maker levels. And you can upload your own levels. You can add a summary to them. You can add tags. I think those are the only options right now. Oh, and a screenshot. You include the link to the Miiverse post for your level, and it'll have a screenshot in there as well.
Nice.
So I actually signed up for Nintendo Life to submit my levels and search for other people's levels. And the tags are, I mean, you can tag it anything, but they're starting to develop like a certain set of them, like pipes kind of thing. I don't know. It's just whatever you're looking for, I guess. So check that out. But I'm with you, Dan. That's the most glaring flaw to me in Mario Maker
so far.
is just the. As of yesterday, there were 1 million Mario Maker levels uploaded.
Yeah, already.
1 million.
In under a week.
That is crazy.
So.
One thing, I don't think we talked about this, but when you brought up the gamepad usage, Dan, this is such a good game for the gamepad too, because you can just sit in bed like late at night if you
and play
can't
it.
sleep and just like build levels.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I think I might finish mine tonight.
There you go.
Yeah. It's just, like you said, Dan, it's perfect for the gamepad.
Be careful with that though, Eric, because twice this week I stayed up way past bedtime, and I couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop.
Yeah, for me tonight.
There you go.
So I got a few more ideas for levels I want to churn out before too long. So yeah, final thoughts. Mario Maker, awesome. I love
Yes, I think it's a great game. The hidden what am I trying to say? The thing I don't like.
it. Yeah,
Not the unlocking process for the tools is bullshit. But other than that, I don't really have any complaints.
yeah. Okay. Corey?
Yeah, I know objectively, like, Metal Gear Solid is a superior game, but I just can't stop playing Mario Maker, and it's
Why you're the wild card?
yeah, and I know, like, we always talk about the bellwether being if you can't stop thinking about it, and that's how it is with me in Mario Maker. And very rarely do I just like quickly jump into a game and jump out. Like I'll do that with Hearthstone, but I'll just like wake up in the morning before I go to work. I get up at 6:30. I have to be out to work at 7. I'll spend 30 seconds just logging into the Wii U to view my notifications on my levels, and I think that's a pretty good sign.
Yeah.
One thing though, like a closing thought for me is, what does Mario Maker mean for the future of Mario games? Are we gonna see the next entry be another Mario game?
I had heard Miyamoto talking about it, and I think he wants to do another Mario Galaxy.
That's what the rumors or the want, I feel like, is.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a different thing though. Like, what's the next Super Mario Brothers game? The next 2D platformer look like? Is it just another kind of new Super Mario Brothers U thing, or?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they got to change it up.
Maybe
Especially
Mario
after this.
Maybe Mario Maker was it.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, how do you come back from this and just put out another?
I don't think they can.
Do you think they put out like a level packs that you would buy instead of like an actual full game? Like they would have a $20, created by the pros level packs made.
That's an interesting thought.
In Mario Maker for Mario Maker.
I don't know, but speaking of that, Valerie in the chat was when we were talking about our levels. She said, "I wish I could play these levels because she doesn't own the game." And I was thinking, like, what if you could distribute?
Mobile.
Yeah, what if you could distribute your levels that you create to people?
Mario Maker Mobile.
And maybe it's like super cheap, like microtransactions, 10 cents a level, and you get a 5-cent cut. Nintendo gets a 5-cent cut.
$5 level pack, and you get however many levels.
Yeah, you get to pick 10 levels or whatever.
Yeah,
or
something like
levels.
that.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
You can buy the Thumbstick Athletes level pack.
Yeah, maybe the NX will have something involving that.
10 easy payments and 1 hard payment.
Nintendo has the power to dominate the world if they really wanted to.
If they could only just get their shit together.
If they could just get their shit together. Because I was thinking about it, and this is not on the topic of Mario Maker, but we talk about Blizzard and how good they are at, putting benefits in one game if you own another game and that sort of thing. And I feel like the only other company that can do that is Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about, because we had talked about the Pokemon MOBA, right? What if they did a console-based, just Nintendo character MOBA? But maybe
I would be all over.
But
that.
maybe make it like Smite, like 3D as a MOBA. I mean,
forget it.
How
it could even be free to play, but the only way you get characters is if you have their amiibo.
There you go.
As if people already don't want, or you know what I mean. Aren't trying to get these fucking amiibo.
I was gonna say having enough trouble getting the amiibo. But
my 31-year-old ass sat outside of Best Buy for a half hour to get one that I probably won't do anything with other than sit there.
I almost cried when Eric dropped off my Splatoon amiibo on Friday. I've been looking for those damn things for so long.
They could do so many things.
Yeah.
You're right, Dan. They could rule the world. I actually wanted to ask you guys. I don't really know what the amiibo function is in this game.
You unlock you can unlock skins for like
Is that how people play as like Pikachu?
Yeah, but you can also like unlock those by playing is it the 100 Mario challenge?
Yep.
Yeah, you unlock a random skin by doing the 100 Mario challenge, but you can just unlock it immediately by having the amiibo for it. So
that's dangerous.
Yep.
That is dangerous.
So like when you make your levels, like you can put Ganondorf in a level because you have the amiibo.
Like any of them will work?
Yeah, I think there's like 100 amiibo that work in Mario Maker. Yeah, so
I didn't even realize they released 100 amiibo.
They didn't, did they? Is there 100 already?
I mean, maybe different versions, like special edition ones and stuff. But
I went to Nintendo World yesterday.
Oh,
that's where I got Ganondorf.
Nice.
I don't feel like there was 100 because they had them all in a case.
Is it? Are we right on that 100 amiibo, Corey?
There's 100. There's 100 skins in the game.
Okay, maybe not all of them have amiibo tied to them.
Yeah, or not yet. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. He is right about 100 skins. I remember seeing the unlock chart.
Oh, now I gotta futz around with my amiibo.
Yeah.
Now I gotta buy more amiibo too.
Buy more amiibo.
My toy collection.
Yep.
As the fiance calls it.
I hear. Hey, Skylanders is coming on Sunday, so I'm adding more to my.
Jake sent me a video to show you.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean that's it, right?
Yeah. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
And I think we should also say, Dan, I think good to play with children. Corey talked about that.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
My kids both love watching it. Even my daughter, who's not quite 2 yet, she likes watching it.
And your wife talked about it on the video primer a little bit about the value of that as a creation tool.
As a creation tool for kids to learn and experiment with level creation. So it's like you said, it's Minecraft, but with
physics.
Mario. Yep. So there's Mario physics are definitely weird, and I keep going back to Super Meat Boy because that's one of my favorite like recent platformers, and the physics are like so much different than that, and even Rayman, it's much slower, and it makes it more difficult for me. Like I felt like I was better at Meat Boy and and Rayman because it was a little quicker.
By the way, Corey had video playing of you beating the Super Meat Boy level.
Yeah.
Congrats to the guy that made that level, because that's fucking awesome.
It was someone from the website Game Explain.
Wow.
Andre from Game Explain. I just thought it was some dude, but
that's a hell of a creation.
I know, and that's one of the Super Meat Boy levels. I think it's maybe midway through, but I want to see more of that put in Super Mario Maker.
Oh, it'll come. You know, there's gonna be some
good.
great stuff coming down the pipe.
So good.
The temperature on those kinds of levels, though, like people, at least in the Reddit community that I spend time on, people want classic Mario.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I kind of do too. But at the same time, like that, because it was so hard for me to do.
I'm with you. I think that's awesome, and that's the kind of stuff I want to see. As long as it's well done, and that level is.
No, but you're right. A lot of people want to see more like traditional levels.
Oh, I do too. I'm far more for the traditional Mario than I am the real difficult, just for the sake of being difficult.
Yeah.
But if it's as well made as what that was, or at least what it looked like to me in the video that I watched,
unbelievable.
Yeah, then I'm all for it.
Oh, one of my complaints in a level like that gets a lot of traffic. There's a lot of notations on the level, and it's very distracting.
Wait, so can anybody put notations on it?
I think so.
Oh, that's annoying.
I think only the top upvoted ones will show up. I'm sure all of them don't show up, because that one had like 900 something comments, and there wasn't 900.
You should be able to shut those off.
I agree.
Oh, you can.
Yep.
I didn't know that, because that was a little bit distracting when I was trying to do the level. So
man, I'm seeing these videos with these different skins, and I immediately want to go home and put my amiibo in.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, well let's move on before we could dwell on this for hours.
It's been an hour.
Should we get right into nibble bits? Yeah, Will's on his phone. Oh, Will. Will, you want to get started with nibble bits?
Will's here.
Yeah, he is.
Can
I'll go.
Thank you.
Eric will go.
Dark Souls 3. Big fans of the Dark Souls series here, if you've never listened to us before. Dark Souls 3 has a release month. April 2016 is when you can prepare to die. Obviously, all looking forward to that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Did anybody tweet a nibble bit about the Bloodborne DLC?
I think you
Nope.
did.
No, I didn't.
Somebody did.
Wasn't me.
Last week.
Bloodborne DLC?
No.
Did any of you watch the video?
No, I forgot. I know you said that it was awesome, but I forgot to watch it.
Oh my god. It looks so good.
I'm excited to see that.
The environments, like as good as the environments already were, like, wow. Just so beautiful.
Nice.
You need to watch the video. Actually, I only had 2 nibble bits this week, and my last one, Persona 5 has been delayed until 2016, summer 2016. So
That's a good time for that game.
yeah, I think so. That's going to be exclusive to PS4, PS3 also. but
Persona's, PlayStation.
yeah, I know a lot of people are looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But that is, like you said, good summer game
Yes, it's a very good summer game.
because it'll probably have it all to itself.
Yeah. These last few summers have been a little bit lean for game releases. So, okay. Corey, what do you got?
Quite a few. Metal Gear Online has a release date of October 6th. This is the versus multiplayer game. They made it kind of sound like you might be able to buy it separately. However, if you've bought the Phantom Pain, it will come with that. Don't quote me on that. That's just kind of what I gathered from what I was reading. A bunch of journalists played a demo of it at the Tokyo Game Show, and the demo was an 8v8 deathmatch. And they sort of talk about there's a number of classes you pick from, each with their own loadouts. And both IGN and Kotaku, these are the only write-ups I read about it, said that what they like about it most is that kills aren't everything. And apparently, like Splatoon, you can contribute without killing anybody. And basically everything you do, like marking enemies, all that kind of stuff, contributes on the scoreboard for you. So you don't have to be a good shooter. You don't have to be good at shooters to contribute in Metal Gear Online.
That's what I like about Battlefield too.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's nice, especially for me. Speaking of Nintendo, Nintendo. Nintendo told IGN their Nintendo Directs will continue despite the passing of Satoru Iwata. no details beyond that. I'm looking forward to those. I missed those. How long? It's been a while since they did one, right?
Since E3, I think, was the last one.
Those are exciting.
Yeah. Agreed.
And speaking of that, Nintendo appointed its former managing director and president of Nintendo America at one point, Tatsumi Kimishima, appointed him CEO.
Mhm.
Definitely more of a businessman from what I understand. He joined Nintendo in 2000 as representative director of Pokemon Co., and Pokemon Co. handles the licensing and other business-related aspects of the Pokemon brand. He was then chief exec of Nintendo of America from 2006 to 2013, at which point he was appointed managing director of Nintendo overall. He's sort of known for predicting the failure of the Wii U.
Huh.
Said it was too similar to the Wii. Yeah, I don't think he was too far off with that.
Nope.
And we found out just this week that he has actually only been elected for 1 year. I guess he said that himself, that his term is just for 1 year.
So it's supposed to be like an interim, maybe?
I guess maybe it's the type of thing where if he does well and demonstrates some skills, they'll keep him on. I don't know, but I guess that's at least what it is for now is 1 year. It's the type of thing where it's just some guy to make sure the business side of Nintendo is running smoothly. And they did mention something about like an organizational shift.
Restructuring it.
Restructuring, yeah. So maybe that's part of it, and then they'll get more of a or not a Miyamoto type, but more of a Iwata type in after that. I don't know.
Well, Iwata was a great ambassador for Nintendo.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know anything about the new guy at all, but
He looks really serious.
He's very buttoned up. I think he's like 65 or something like that. Iwata was in his 50s.
All business guy then.
Yeah, he did say though that Nintendo must not be run by the numbers alone, so that's a good sign.
Good.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
A Super Mario Maker stage is coming to Smash Bros. I guess the way it works is the skin of the level and block placements are randomly generated every time you play, which is cool. And if you, in the process of fighting, knock out the blocks, the Mario Maker hand, the on-screen hand, when you use the gamepad, will come in and redraw them on the game map.
That's neat.
That's pretty cool. September 30th for that. I don't know. Are you going to have to pay for that? Do you normally have to pay for...
I don't think so. Just a level.
Yeah, usually you have to pay. The ones that they just put in were like $2, maybe a stage. I think it was maybe $1. I don't remember, but.
Telltale's Minecraft game has a release date, October 13th, and the game's called Story Mode, and the first episode comes out on that day for almost everything. iOS and Android will be 2 days later on the 15th of October. Wii U and Vita sometime later, but other than that, it's out for PC, PS4, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, all that good stuff. And then there's a retail version coming out October 27th.
Anybody interested?
We talk about this. How many Telltale games do you want to have in your life? And with me, it's like 1.5.
Yeah.
And it's going to be
And
The
is it
Walking Dead.
Minecraft?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
No.
Answer is no, Corey.
Yeah. Maybe if I was really
agree.
into Minecraft, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just bought the Game of Thrones one that I have to play once I catch up on a few things. But I'm heavily invested in that universe, so
Yes, that's
why I want to play that.
That might be my one, not The Walking Dead. I might switch to Game of Thrones. I did play the first episode of that, but Origin continues its On the House program with another free game. This time it's Command & Conquer Red Alert 2. I actually checked Origin prior to the recording of this podcast, and there's a problem. It read, quote, "Wow, you guys are loving Command & Conquer Red Alert 2 and Yuri's Revenge." That must have been another game they had. On the house. The demand is so high that we need some time to cool down our servers. Command & Conquer Red Alert 2 and Yuri's Revenge will return to On the House very shortly. Thanks for being patient. And in its place is your very own free copy of Theme Hospital.
All right.
Huh.
And
Darned.
I don't know I don't get it. Why?
Why? I don't know.
EA?
Have something to do with running out of
EA?
like game codes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could. I mean, it's obviously EA, but I know
Yeah.
from time to time, like when the Humble Store had the Telltale Games sale, they ran out of Game of Thrones codes, so they had to restock them. I don't know if that's similar to Origin, although Origin is EA, it's selling an EA game.
Yeah.
That would be a problem, but
Yeah. I don't know.
maybe someone unplugged the random code generator, tripped over a cord or something.
Square Enix released a trailer for Project Setsuna. Do you guys remember that from E3?
Yeah, I do.
No.
Looks pretty cool. Will, you should check out the trailer. It's looks like an old school JRPG.
It reminded me of Chrono Trigger a bit.
Oh, you did see it?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it looked awesome, right?
Yeah, when they talked about it at the E3 presentation, I'm like, this sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, coming early 2016.
Yeah, I'm into it already.
Me too. New Hot Shots Golf coming in 2016 for PS4. Dan,
Sweet.
What?
you didn't have a PS4. Weren't you a big Hot Shots Golf fan?
I love Hot Shots Golf.
I think we all were.
Yeah,
Hot Shots
it
Golf
was
was
awesome.
fantastic.
Yeah, this might be the console seller for me.
Shut up.
Hot Shots Golf. Are you going to trade in your Wii U now, Corey?
Oh, man. I don't know. I was going to talk about it when we were talking Mario Maker, but we went a little long.
Yeah, I forgot.
It's the only reason I still have my Wii U.
Right.
So,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to give it up because I want to keep playing Mario Maker.
Well, if you don't think you're going to get a new video card or whatever, there's no reason to trade it in now.
I need a new video card.
No, you don't.
I thought you said you didn't last week.
I will.
Oh, you will. Oh, to be Oculus ready.
Yeah.
Do you really need to be Oculus ready?
Weren't you rethinking
Yeah,
that?
there was. I've been listening to that TED Radio Hour, and they were talking about virtual worlds and the Oculus Rift stuff and virtual reality goggles and stuff. They talked about a lot, and they were talking about people that are making movies for it, where you just sit and look around, and rather than watching a single screen, you can like look around at the movie. They're talking about like documentaries and stuff where you can go to third world countries and sit, and this girl just sits and talks to you, and you look around, and like people walk by and wave at you, and I just think that's so cool.
That is cool. I
weird.
agree, but
I have to have it.
just curious. No, I understand. I understand.
I have to. And then this breaking news right before we start recording: The Witness has a release date of January 26th, 2016. This is Jonathan Blow's game, first game since Braid. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
pumped for that one.
Looks really good.
Kind of remind me of Myst.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
totally.
That's
Okay.
all I have.
All right. I only got two. Not to fear Star Wars fans or those reluctant to shell out cash money for anything from EA. Star Wars Battlefront beta will be coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and will be available for everyone, not just those who have been invited. So
Do you know when?
there is no release date yet, but the game comes out
It's
is
gotta be soon.
November 17th. Some people speculated like mid-October, and it would be like more of a stress test type of beta. So you can hopefully try it out at that point. I want to try it out, and I mean, I'm thinking I'm still gonna buy it
I hope I hate it.
and not have to worry about buying it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I hear you. I've mostly heard it's kind of shallow, but
I don't mind shallow.
yeah, as long as it plays well, like I'll like it. You know?
Yeah.
Same.
I don't really have sky high expectations for it. So
No, I don't either. Like, I just want it to be fun and
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yep.
Like,
The other ones were kind of shallow,
Yeah,
in my
Yeah.
opinion. Still
agree.
fun, but
maybe people forget that.
yeah.
I'm sure they do.
they do.
Nostalgia, rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. We can try it out before we decide to buy. And then my last little bit, the Amazon Fire TV Gaming Edition, which is a set-top box with a controller, and it's this year's version, now comes with Shovel Knight installed, DuckTales Remastered installed, comes with a 32 gigabyte micro SD card, and a wireless gamepad for $139.99. Also has a 2 gigabyte of built-in storage and supports 4K playback. I'm assuming that 2 gigabytes of storage is for like apps and stuff that you download. And then the 32 gigabytes can be for games. So if you're interested in a set-top gaming machine, there
Meh.
you go. Yeah,
Apple
that's kinda-
TV, bro.
Yeah.
Bruh.
No. If I want to buy something to play Android games, I'm gonna buy the cheapest one
The
available.
Ouya.
The Ouya.
No,
Yeah,
Fire
so that-
TV.
What? The Fire
Nothing.
TV. Oh, yep. No, that's all I got. How was your week, Corey?
Whoa, I have nibble bits.
Oh, I thought we already covered it. I asked you first, and you skipped. You passed.
He deferred.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
go
I had to
ahead.
write the time.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead.
Legacy of the Void has a November 10th release date. That's the third StarCraft or second StarCraft expansion, third campaign. Bad day, Fallout 4.
Oh,
Very bad day.
I think there's something else big coming out that day.
Tomb
too.
Raider.
No, I think Tomb Raider got moved.
Oh, really?
Probably,
Maybe.
probably smart if
That-
they did move it.
That's probably for the best for them. I don't know. Blizzard thinks they can stack up with Fallout 4, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's pretty. Those two pretty heavy hitters
We're no kidding.
on that same day.
This is the only StarCraft expansion I care about because it follows my favorite race that I play in the
Yeah.
game. So I'm like interested in that. But yeah, and my other one is the trial version of the Mighty Number 9 even got delayed. This was hey, we're really sorry that the Mighty Number 9 got pushed back to next year. This is the trial version to all the backers, but even that got delayed due to distribution issues or something like
Oh,
that.
geez.
Which isn't good, let alone they announced another Kickstarter for a game called Red Ash.
Wait, the
Oh,
same company?
Same company.
Same company.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
The fuck?
I might not even buy this now.
I probably wasn't gonna get it anyway.
I've been looking forward to it, but
Same here.
I mean, I was glad they pushed it back because I ended up having a lot more in September to play than I originally thought. But
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see when reviews come out. I'll wait for reviews before I buy it.
See, I don't know. It just seems all shady.
Yeah,
This
it
is-
does seem very
This
shady.
is why I don't like Kickstarter things.
Yeah.
And try not to back anything. But that's all I had, Dan.
I take back what I said. Tomb Raider is still coming out the same day as Fallout.
It's a bad day.
It was a bad day. Okay.
Yeah.
Corey, how's your week?
Pretty good. Nothing too crazy. Like I mentioned, I went home this past weekend to attend a christening for an Armenian baby. That was kind of interesting. And celebrate Dan's birthday,
Yeah,
which was fun.
was fun.
It was a
Why
lot of
did I
fun.
get shit faced?
I had to drive, otherwise I would have been right there with you, Dan.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks for the ride, Corey.
Oh, no problem.
yeah. What we did is we went to a local place in Binghamton called Encore Creations, where you do a painting, and it was for couples that were there. It was a couples painting, and it was like a view of the ocean looking up at the sun. So there was like a sunburst, and then like there's plants around the outside and turtles, and
Coral.
coral. You kind of like learn how to paint, but you're also they have a bar and food there, and I brought 2 bottles of wine for myself, and a couple people bought me drinks, so I got good and schnockered,
Attaboy.
which I needed to be. I was all stressed out from son starting school and stuff, and it'd been a tough week, so let what little hair I have let it down.
Attaboy. I knew it was going to be one of those nights for you when I came in and you had a open bottle of wine in one hand and your wine glass in the other, just walking around with the two.
It's been a long time since I had wine too. Probably a couple of years since I've had drank wine. I've had a sip here and there, but since I actually drank wine,
He had a death grip on that bottle too. He did.
yeah, I didn't want to part with it. And I mixed all different. I had a couple beers, and I had like a vodka mixed drink. I mixed all kinds of alcohol, and I didn't have a hangover the next day, which was nice. Felt a little tired, but I was pretty happy with how my painting came out. It was definitely a lot easier of a painting to do than the first one I did, which is the wood background with the anchor on it. Came out nice.
Yeah, I was really impressed with everybody's.
Yeah, some people
came
did.
out nice.
Some people you could tell had previous experience with,
Yeah.
and were actually kind of painters. But yeah, it's a neat thing to do. What did you guys think?
I enjoyed it. If it was cheaper, I'd do it again.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's 35 a person, which is a lot. You do your painting. You get to keep it, obviously, which
And plus, the other thing is, I wouldn't do it without bringing alcohol with me.
Yep. which is another.
Not because like I need alcohol to. It's not one of those things that I have to be drunk to get through. I
Right.
just feel like I should have it there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Mhm.
So that's
So
another.
then you're looking at another $10-15.
Yeah, that's just for like one bottle of wine,
Right,
too.
exactly.
Or
So-
12-pack of beer.
So it ends up getting to be a pretty expensive night. And if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I'd just rather go out to eat,
Yeah, I hear you.
feed this gut.
I'm with you. Yeah.
But it was a nice, different thing that I had never done before.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Yeah. Did you hang your paintings on your wall?
Not yet. I don't even know. I don't know what Sophie did with ours.
They're in my
somewhere.
living room,
Nice.
not on the wall though.
Yeah, that's where ours are too.
Yeah.
We don't have any places in our living room. I think ours is going to go in our bedroom
Yeah.
when we finally get around to
You know what?
seeing
Maybe
it.
I'll put it in my new office.
Oh, there you go.
Something to remember.
Nice.
There you go. Remember us by the little people?
I've been shut up. I've been thinking about we'll get to that, but decorations for that.
Nice.
I need input
Oh, gotcha.
from you guys.
Gotcha. Yeah. What
That-
else you got, Corey?
That place was really cool though too, Dan. I didn't know anything like that existed in Binghamton.
Binghamton has gotten
A little bit more of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's still really rough in some spots, but there's a lot of neat little things that are right there in that little
Starting
stretch
to
that we
pop
were.
up.
Yeah.
It's because it's super cheap.
Oh, it's a really cheap city to live in.
Yeah,
and
and to rent
don't want to
for
live
your,
there.
for your business. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, like I didn't feel like that was in Binghamton. Like you walk in there, it's
No.
like it's kind of classy and nice, and
Cool
It's in, like,
wine bar.
a loft. Yeah, it was neat. I was very impressed with it the first time I went there. But go ahead.
And also that day, I got my very first pair of eyeglasses.
Oh,
My goggles for you glasses finally came in.
and what'd you think?
I don't mind them. I'm not gonna wear them all the time, but
Yeah.
they're all right. I wore them while I was driving a little bit. It definitely helps, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll wear them here and there. It's. I definitely prefer it to contacts. My eyes aren't bad enough to where I constantly need them, and it was. I used to have contacts, and it was such a pain just putting them in and taking them out every day, and my eyes were always dried out from them.
Yeah.
And it's
I
just,
can't do contacts.
It's just so much easier to just put on a pair of glasses.
Yep.
And then take them off.
Yeah, I can't get my fingers anywhere near my eyes without
it bothers the shit out of me.
crying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our sister used to poke her eyeball to tease me when we were younger, and I think that's stuck with me. Yeah. Oh yeah. So anyway,
There's that. That's about it. Oh, I watched that movie Unbreakable, the Angelina Jolie directed movie about Louis Zamperini, World War II.
Read that book, by the way.
You read the book?
Yeah, my senior year of high school, junior year, our teacher made us read it.
Did you like it?
I mean, I audiobooked it, so it was
Yeah.
awesome.
Good listen then.
Yeah, it was a great listen.
Yep. They were on a rescue mission in an old crappy bomber, and they got shot down over the Pacific Ocean, and were at sea for like 47 days in a life raft. Three of them. One died along the way. They survived. They washed up on one of the Japanese islands and were immediately captured. And then he was just a prisoner of war until the end of the war.
Damn.
that's
Talk about
awful.
shitty luck.
Yeah. You float around the ocean for over a month, and then you get captured and are a prisoner of war.
And the Japanese, like the fighter planes, strafed them too. They shot at them while they were just floating in their life raft.
And they missed him?
Yeah, they punctured some holes in the raft, but didn't hit any of the guys.
It seems like a easy target. Sit and duck.
Yeah,
Get better at flying and shooting.
yeah. But it was an okay movie. I didn't think it was fantastic. I didn't think the lead was very good. But there's some really great bits in it, and what a great story. True story too. He was also like an Olympic athlete.
Okay.
Made
I was
him
going
more
to say the
famous.
name. When you said that,
I remember hearing about it.
Immediately made the connection with sports, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a runner.
He tried to do the 4-minute mile, I think.
He always wanted to go. He had I forget his time, but yeah, he hit not under 4 minutes, but right around 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to go to Tokyo to run in their Olympics before the war broke out. Never got to do it until like the year 2008 or something, when he was in his 80s. He ran with the torch in Nagano.
Yeah. Nagano. That was 1998.
98. That was emotional. But anyway, decent movie, not great, but I do recommend you watch it because it's a good bit of American culture.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'd probably rather listen to the audiobook.
Me too.
Yeah.
But okay. What do you got, Eric?
A couple things. Went to New York City yesterday with some friends. Tyler, former intern here at Thumbstick Athletes,
Now fired.
now fired. Billy, who's been on the show before, and my friend Justin. Oh, he's actually been on the show too.
Yep.
Talking
Skyrim.
Counter-Strike.
Skyrim too.
Skyrim too. Okay, so yeah, they've all been on the show. But anyway, we went down there to go to the NYC Football Club versus Toronto Football Club soccer game at Yankee Stadium. And it actually worked out really well. We decided we were going to go down early, hang out in the city. So we left around 9, a little after 9, and I had remembered that Arsenal had a Champions League game that day at 2:45. The game we were going to wasn't until 7:30.
Oh wow.
So we had some time. So we decided we go. I knew of 2 Arsenal bars down in New York City, so I was like, shit, it's perfect. So we decided we were going to go to one, watch the Arsenal game, get some food, some beers, then go back to the game we were going to.
Mm-hmm.
So we got there. Billy had never been to Nintendo World.
Oh.
He's a big Nintendo fan.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, yeah, let's go check Nintendo World out. So we went there. Each of us grabbed a Ganondorf amiibo. You know, Nintendo World's a cool little place.
Yeah.
Happiest place on earth.
I wouldn't say that, but
I thought that was
nerdiest place on
I
earth.
thought that was Legoland.
I don't know. Nintendo World's pretty happy.
Oh.
This dude had a fucking sweet tattoo on his leg. Just a guy that was there. It was like Super Mario World looking graphics, like wrapped around his leg. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was awesome.
Nice.
It was really, really well done. But yeah, Nintendo World's a cool place to go check out. They had all of the new amiibo there.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a really long time.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but
So
it
I
was a
just
very cool
figured I
place.
wanted to get grab one while I was there for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
The Ganondorf one looks really cool. Some good detail put into it. So after that, we were gonna walk. We ended up walking to the bar, which was almost an hour walk.
Wow.
Yeah. So that took a while, but it was a beautiful day out. So we went to the bar. It's called the Blind Pig. If you happen to be an Arsenal fan and you ever in the city when a game is going on, highly recommend it. Food was fantastic. Really good crowd. On a Wednesday afternoon, I couldn't believe how many people were in there.
Nice.
All wearing Arsenal stuff all over the place.
Left work early for the match, you know.
I like some of them were like younger people that just got out of school
Oh, cool.
too. Like there was people of all ages there.
Yeah.
Great service. The amount of people that were there was only 2 bartenders and like 3 waiters and waitresses. They did such a good job serving, and they were super friendly. Weren't getting stressed out. Like it makes me appreciate something like that. And then you could come to like a small town where the bartenders just suck, like
Yeah.
where we live.
We have a lot of shitty bartenders, it seems, around here.
Yeah, and I just couldn't believe how much better the service was
Yeah.
at a just crazy amount of people and such a few amount of help. Like
Yeah.
they did such a good job.
I hated having to stand at a bar for like 10 minutes before the bartender even looked up at you. Like it's like
And they're just reeling one after
Yeah.
another off, and like we ended up running up a pretty nice tab,
I bet.
because beers are $7.
Yeah.
But the food was great. Arsenal lost, which sucks. So after the Arsenal game, we went back to Yankee Stadium for the NYC game. We actually got there early enough where we parked right next to Yankee Stadium all day for free,
Nice.
which was perfect. Got into the city super easy. Got out of the city not quite super easy, but quickly.
Yeah.
Um,
That's all that matters.
The game was really, really good. A couple of legends play for NYCFC. Andre Pirlo, Frank Lampard. Pirlo had an awesome game, one man of the match. I actually got his shirt, which I'm wearing.
Uh-huh.
I had a blast down there. The Yankee Stadium, it's kind of a weird setup for a soccer game, but we had great seats. We were like super close to the player benches and everything like that. Good crowd. They had 26,000 people there
Wow.
for a soccer game on a Wednesday night. So
Yeah.
I had a blast. The trip went great. No issues. Fucking awesome.
Nice.
Perfect day down there.
Uh-huh.
And the only other bit of news I have is I got that job in Virginia.
Hey.
Thank you.
Well
that
done,
I had
sir.
applied for. I waited almost 2 months to hear back.
Uh-huh.
My boss told me today that he's known for a long time that I was getting it. He couldn't tell me, obviously.
Yeah.
He told me that they were so impressed with my interview, they called back that day.
And said that,
that
you...
I had my interview.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
2 months ago.
Holy crap.
So, yeah, I got the job. So I'll be moving to Charlottesville, Virginia in February, March, in that area. So I'll still get to take in a good portion of the winter.
Yeah,
which
unfortunately. Although by then it'll be spring down there probably.
Yeah.
It's a fair amount warmer down there than it is here.
So I'm really looking forward to it. I'd go tomorrow if I could.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get down there. But like I said, I'm going to have my own office now.
Yeah.
So I'm taking suggestions on how I should decorate because I'll have a desk where I can put some nerdy stuff. I'm thinking about getting a couple of those Funko Pop bobbleheads.
Those things are cool.
Yeah. I don't want to put any amiibo in there because I'm afraid somebody might steal them.
Oh, yeah. You want busting and...
You know?
Yeah.
Put them in there, but chain them to your desk.
With one of those Kensington laptop locks.
Maybe I could fashion up some sort of electroshock thing where if somebody pulls it off
There
the
you go.
desk, they get shocked.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, I don't know. Had a really good week.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to, before Eric goes, we got to get him a good mic and a good webcam for recording days. So,
Yeah.
do we figure out what the internet is like down there? Is it
Comcast.
okay?
So shitty.
Okay, so you're gonna be capped probably.
Oh.
I think they have caps. You probably won't need to worry about it. Wouldn't think.
I hope not.
I think the caps anymore are like 500 gigabytes.
Yeah.
which is a pretty good amount.
Somebody told me it was 300.
Ooh. Might be close if you do a lot of streaming, Netflix and stuff. HD that tends to eat up your cap pretty quickly. I know my household is consistently between like 400 and 700 gigabytes. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't do well with 300 gigabyte cap.
It would make me nervous for sure.
Yeah. I don't know what the overages are. I mean, they can't be too bad.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll deal with it.
Yeah. All right.
But super excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, congrats, Eric.
Thank you.
What do you got, Will?
Not a whole lot. Just been at school and work. Haven't been able to play a whole lot, which kind of sucks. I hate it, but gotta do what I gotta do, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good week, but
What do you want me to make up something?
How's school going?
It's fine. It's school.
Yeah. Which one's your hardest class?
Oh, chemistry by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sciences.
It's I hate having to do a ton of math all the time in a science class, and it's just a pain.
Mm.
And
I envy your drive towards education taking that hard of a class load. That's a bitch.
yeah, that just was on top of biology, and then like my online English, and I never want to do it because it's a pain to do that. I
We
don't
got
know.
a couple of decent writers in this group, Will.
Yeah, if you guys want to do my work for that.
Hey, I'll do it if you pay me.
I told you I would, and you're like, maybe. And then you never did it.
Well, the problem is I don't want you to get expelled.
How are they going to know?
You know? Well, if I write stuff for you and then you have to write something on your own and it's totally different, you know?
How low of my writing do you, do you think of
It's
my
not.
writing?
The teachers are really good at picking out that sort of stuff.
Which
It's their job.
Which is why they're teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
True.
I just
you
wouldn't
imagine-
want you to get in trouble because of it. It wouldn't be worth it.
Could you imagine if I got expelled?
Corey offered to edit your
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
So
That
that's-
I can do. All you got to do is give me a real rough copy, and I'll go from there.
And I'll tell you what, the first day where I had to do my responses for my English class, they were real rough. I was laughing at myself when I read them later. I was like, God, I sound like an idiot. Because I haven't written something in a while, academically.
Uh-huh.
So now I was really tired and my words weren't coming for me and I just sounded like a moron.
Attaboy.
I think I took that class online as well, Will, when I returned to college after college.
Your second stint at college?
Yeah, and if I did, I still have all my papers on this computer.
What's the class?
It's
Communicating about ideas and values.
English. Yes, it is.
Oh, I didn't take that one.
I don't even
It's
remember
silly.
if I did or
It's
not.
It's all silly stuff. It's like, what do you think about education?
Sucks.
I really don't have a thought. That's it for me, Dan.
Just say I don't think. That's what you say. Just write that on your paper.
I like to be honest in those classes, so I could say that.
Or I don't care very much.
Yeah, that's generally how I feel about everything. I was like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I have one of your papers right here, Will.
Great.
From what?
The pyramids of ancient Egypt serve mainly one purpose. They were built as a burial place for pharaohs. It is said that the Great
It's not reading
Pyramids...
my writing from like ninth grade year.
It's from... Oh, no, this isn't... No, it's from before this. The date I have is 2009, but I know it's from before that. That's just when I copied it onto this laptop.
Okay, so from when I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Dang.
Do you remember your... Oh, 2006.
Yep.
Do you remember your report on Explorer Amerigo Vespucci? Because I have that right here, too.
How do you have that?
I don't know. I have everything saved. Neptune is named after the Roman god of the sea. This is from 2005.
Circa.
I actually remember writing that.
It is a beautiful green color, so the name is appropriate.
Smith, Will.
Thank you. I'm pretty sure it's a blue-green, Corey.
Final
Yeah,
copy, Social Studies, Will Murtha, 12306. The Aztec have a lot of history, and here are some facts about them.
I like straight to the point.
Yeah.
Will doesn't beat around the bush with any of that nonsense.
Tell them
No.
like it is.
I hate having to put fluff in it.
I'm not into fluff either.
Nah, it's stupid.
Unless it's with peanut butter on a sandwich.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm all about the
It's
fluff.
one of my favorite sandwiches.
Nice.
delightful. Anyway,
I think that's a good transition right there into anything.
Everything.
into my week, which I think I covered everything.
Did you
already.
happen to eat any good sandwiches during your week, Dan?
Sandwich? No, I don't need a lot of sandwiches.
Yeah.
I love sandwiches. I just don't need a lot of sandwiches. Yeah. Should we take a quick break and then we'll
Please.
into what we played? Yeah, I kind of got a pee, so we'll do that. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm going to go whiz too.
Corey's got a poop.
Drain the main vein, as Corey says.
31
57.
something. All right. Thank you.
I like to say drain the minnow.
Yeah.
I didn't play that much, so I don't have a ton of stuff to talk
I
about.
played Destiny briefly.
Did we get any feedback yet?
I don't think we got any.
So we could potentially finish
Wrap
up
up
shortly
pretty
after
quick, yeah.
10.
We might have got some. Yeah, we did. Jake and Tito.
Cool. Cool beans. Tim is letting me borrow his fire hazard extra NVIDIA Shield tablet.
Oh, sick.
They sent him a new one because they had to, and they were supposed to send him a box to send the old one back in, but he never got a box, so he's just got two now.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
I'm gonna borrow it to play Final Fantasy Tactics on, so I can use the controller. Thank goodness. Oh, Corey wanted to plan out our next few topics, right? Shortly after we. Well, yeah, Taking King will be next week, and after that, I think we have a fairly large gap. I don't know. Well, I don't think there's anything coming out like early October, is there?
Rock Band.
And
This guy. Which I don't think I'm getting any of them.
yeah,
I want to, but I should cancel my Rock Band.
what is that? $250?
That'd be dangerous.
Yeah, I've got Guild Wars coming out at the end of October. But I think there's another game that's coming out that exact same day that I want to get.
Yeah.
The 23rd, I think it is. I was keeping track on a list, and I just kind of got away from keeping up on it. Skylanders on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna try on Saturday to finish trap team before.
How close are you?
I have no idea actually.
Close enough?
Yeah, close enough. We'll have the kids just kind of floating around on Saturday.
Max,
When we
go
play.
with the iPad.
Well, he likes to switch the Skylanders,
Yeah.
so we'll have him do that.
Is he hating school?
Oh yeah.
That a Martha.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he cries every time I'm like, not cries. He's whining about it now all day, like because he goes in the afternoon, and from the time he wakes up at 8:30 or whatever until we leave the house at like I don't know 11:50, he's like, I don't want to go to school. Just all day.
Oh, did you tell him he has another like 16 years of it?
No, luckily that probably wouldn't make much sense to him anyway. But
Max, you're gonna be going to school until you're like 20.
He wouldn't have any concept of that. But yeah, he's not a fan.
That's really funny.
I mean, it's better than like last week. He'd scream and cry whenever I dropped him off, and it's painful for me because I hated school so much.
So you understand?
I felt for the little guy.
But you're like, you gotta go.
Yeah.
That's really funny though.
Which is part of the reason I drank so much on Saturday. To get those images of his sad face out of my brain.
That's so tragic.
Doesn't work. There's not enough alcohol on the
drink your
planet.
sorrows away.
No, not completely
sorry.
anyway. Not completely anyway.
That's funny. Right back there.
Going for your turn at the pisser there, Will?
Yes, sir.
Attaboy.
Hey,
Hey, bud.
what's up?
Nothing, man.
Cool, bruh.
Oh, man. I'm getting pretty good at driving around in the city, Corey.
Yeah?
Yeah. When I
It's-
just
it's-
get really upset at people, I just yell fuck out the window as loud as I can, and I'm feeling better.
It's really designed pretty well.
Yeah,
It's
considering.
pretty easy to get around.
Subway, I've gotten much better at the subway, too.
See, I've only been on Subway like once or twice.
I was the
wouldn't
party
know.
leader on the subway. I led us in the right direction. We
Nice.
got there everywhere right on time. It was great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's one of the greatest feelings in the world.
When you get good at the subway?
Is being the one that everyone looks to.
Yeah, yeah. That is kind of nice.
And the thing about it is it's super overwhelming, but once you just kind of figure it out a little bit, the rest
Yeah.
of it just clicks.
Yeah, it's not bad.
My phone won't charge.
Yeah, I just think the layout of New York City is really pretty nice compared to other places. There's big cities I've driven in.
Oh, I forgot to talk about the dude from England I met
Oh,
at the Arsenal bar.
nice.
He was the man. Super
I-
nice English dude.
I love the accents too.
Oh my god. It was
So
him
good.
and his fiance. They were there for the weekend. They must have money. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know why else you could just fly to New
across
York
the pond for a weekend.
for a weekend, yeah. But yeah, the accent's great. And they were super nice. Like, obviously knew about soccer.
Yeah.
They were Arsenal fans from London, so fun to talk to them.
Nice. All right, shall we?
Let's do this, Dan.
I was
Oh,
gonna wait, but I think
Just
we'll hold
quickly, one thing I forgot to mention, Dan, is Engadget is doing a thing where they play your Mario Maker levels.
on. Okay.
So if you wanted to send it to them,
Yeah.
look up that article on Engadget.
And Gadget.
They own Joystick now, right? Is that Engadget?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Or I guess Joystick got folded into Engadget. They were under the same like parent company or whatever.
Rip joystick.
Yeah. There's still a couple people that like I think they kept 2 people, and Joystick, like I said, is just a part of Engadget now.
Sack.
Remember when we offered Zav D'Amato a job after Joystick?
Yep.
That was nice of us.
We can't pay you, but
Zav, come here, man.
Oh, what I said was, we can't pay you, but you can work in your underpants all day.
that's what. That's what.
And
it
he
was.
replied, I already do that.
Oh, he did reply?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I had a fun time watching him play Elite Dangerous with the Oculus Rift. That was
Oh, cool.
Good
I didn't know he
times.
did that.
that was right before Joystick shut down. Like maybe a month beforehand. All right, shall we?
I guess. I don't have anything to talk about after this.
Just got
Or
a couple
now
of
I don't have
things.
A
anything.
couple of brief things. We did get a couple pieces of feedback too, Corey.
Oh, I do want to talk a little bit about Rocket League.
Yeah, Tito mentions Rocket League in his feedback, so if you want to piggyback.
Oh, we gotta get with
Or
Tito.
no, we're doing what we played, aren't we?
We gotta get with Tito about Skyping in
fucking
next
tired.
week.
Yeah.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 217 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. We are now in what we played. This segment's probably going to be a little bit lean this week, I think, right?
No.
Yeah. One of the two, yeah.
I think we kind of all focused on Mario Maker almost exclusively.
I focused on Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Yeah.
Okay.
But nothing of note, really.
Gotcha.
I just
Okay.
played it a lot.
Sounds good. Corey, we'll start with you. What do you got? I know you wanted to mention Rocket League, right? Or were we going to wait until feedback?
No, go ahead, Corey.
Okay.
Yeah, Rocket League is pretty much the only thing I have anything interesting to talk about because I played like I like to do before we record, a little warm-up ritual, and Rocket League was being very weird. I was doing ranked play, which I don't do very often, and the first 3 matches I played were forfeit wins for me,
Nice.
which is all right. 2 of them we scored 2 goals like really quickly, so the other teams just forfeit. But the very first one I played, none of the cars on the other team moved. And then after like we scored a goal, like maybe 2 minutes into or not even 2 minutes, a minute and a half, they just forfeit and we won that game, which was weird. But the I don't know if it was the servers or something, but it was really really janky. The ball would like jerk around and stuff and weird, and it wasn't my ping was fine, so it wasn't me.
That's been happening to me too, Corey.
I don't know what's going on.
I played with Tito not this past weekend. I think it was the weekend before that. That was happening to me, and my ping was fine too. But like, it would take me 30, 40 seconds for everything to get right where I could play. Otherwise, it was just jumping around, and I couldn't even like move because the next thing I know, my car would be flying across the map.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why that happened.
Not just me.
Yeah, they must be
And-
having some issues.
What's even more curious about it is you're on PS4, I'm on PC, so it has to be
I
on
thought
their
it was
end.
internet.
Yeah. That was my initial assumption, but everything else was working fine, and like I said, my ping was fine. And if all this other stuff wasn't happening, like cars not moving, I played a match later on, and only 1 car on the other team was playing, and the other 2 were just sitting there. I don't know. And then I got into a match, and it almost started, and then it canceled, and a pop-up came and said, match canceled, not enough players.
That's been happening to me too.
What the heck? What playlist are you playing on?
Ranked solo standard.
Okay, yeah. How many people were in? Do you remember?
Usually anywhere between 1,500 to 3,000.
Okay. It said 5,000 when I was playing earlier.
Yeah, I haven't seen that many.
But anyway, after all that jank, I had 2 really good games. 2 games that went into overtime. Won them both.
Nice.
I won another one. So I was on like a 7-game win streak.
Wow.
Hadn't lost, and I told myself I wouldn't stop until I lost. In doing that, I hit the bronze rank level, which I think is like 100-something points.
Bronze 1. Yeah, I think it's
Bronze.
100 points.
Bronze 1. And then the very last game I played, I personally let in a real steamy turd goal.
No, Corey. In the soccer biz, that's called a howler.
I let in a howler.
I like that.
Really should have had it. Felt real bad. Immediately said,
Howler.
my bad, guys. But it was early enough in the match that my teammates were like, no problem. Which was nice of them because I would have been like, I would have not said anything. That's how mad I would have been at the guy that did it.
You would have given him the silent treatment for the internet.
Yeah.
Really
But that
good.
goal held up. That was the only one. They beat us 1-0. So
Oh,
I
man.
love those defensive games though. God,
Yep.
those are the games that I fucking love and rock because that's where I'm in my element.
mm-hmm.
It probably means I've made 3, possibly 4 really good saves at that point, and like that's just my cup of tea in that game.
Yep.
A pitcher's duel
Yeah,
in baseball,
Yep.
except way more exciting.
It's not necessarily fun to watch.
No.
But, yeah.
Let me ask you this, Eric, because one of my teammate got kind of mad at me, and I thought he was being an asshole about it, but maybe not.
Your side, but ask anyway.
I was playing defense, sitting in the goal. All the action
Yep.
was happening down the other end of the field. I watched the ball go high and hard and bounce off the top of the net, and I knew it was coming back to center field at me. So
So it was down at their end and it bounced off the wall?
yep, right above the goal, in a straight line, was coming right down center court, right at me. So I took off after it. I figured I had a good clear shot at the goal. Unfortunately, I duffed it. I missed the ball entirely, and they scored. And my teammate yelled at me. What I don't like about it is when they talk about me like I'm not there.
Oh, passive aggressive.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, our defender left the net. Like, why would he do that?" And I didn't say anything. And then he's like, "If you're gonna defend, just stay back." And I was like, "Yes, sir!" Like exclamation point. We ended up winning that game, but
I disagree. I've actually started to get. You remember it was either last week or the week before. I talked about how I play too conservatively. I feel like.
Yeah, and you start chipping in a little bit more.
Yeah, so I've actually started to play a little more aggressively. So I used to just sit in the net for the most part. Now I'll move up a little bit further and kind of jump in, and I'm just like really aware that if first sign of trouble or if first sign that we might lose the ball, I'm back.
Yep.
That's what I do, and I've been jumping in. I've been scoring a lot more, and I feel like I've been winning a lot more.
Yeah.
So, and you know what I feel like the biggest part of this game, and I think I said this last week, is you have to dominate the corners.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not winning in the corners, you're probably not going to win.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
So.
But I think the problem wasn't the play that I made; it's that I missed the ball.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and that'll happen. Like,
Right.
you'll miss the ball if you think somebody's gonna hit it and they don't. It fucks you all up.
Yeah.
You might hit your boost and it kicks into that like second gear of boost and it fucks you all up. Like, there's just so many things that can happen. Like, so easy to take the wrong angle. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. It just has to happen sometime.
Yep. I did have a real nice goal in that game, though, and made up for it. I was back playing defense, and they hit a good one at me, and I booted it up into the corner on the left.
Yeah.
Or not into the corner, in the middle wall on the left, and it bounced off, and I sprinted up, got my own rebound off the wall, and booted it in the net. It was awesome.
Dude, that is how I score most of my goals.
Yeah. Because because you're in the back, you know where everybody is, and if you hit the ball, you know where it's going to go, and you can just chase after it and get your rebound before the other team can even turn around.
That's what I try to at all times know where everybody is.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I like to stay back in defense, because I see where everybody is. I feel like I have a good judgment of when it's safe to go forward, and I just feel so much better about me being back on defense than other people. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I take pride in it.
Nice.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking great game.
Yeah.
God, I love it so much.
It's brilliant. I hope whatever problems they got going on are
It
fixed.
sucked me right back in this week after Metal Gear. I took that week off, and it just sucked me right back in.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
That's all.
All right. What do you got, Eric? Rocket League.
Just briefly about Destiny.
Destiny.
Because we are going to do Destiny redone after Taken King and everything next week. So I jumped in. I got the Taken King expansion, like I said. Jump back on, and the first thing right away, like, they shower you with presents.
I love that.
For being an early adapter.
Uh-huh.
It was awesome. Like, it was not, fetch quests, kind of like, go here, talk to this guy. So I'd talk to this guy, and I'd get a present. Go talk to the next guy, I'd get a present. Like, just so many things. I ended up getting a new legendary... No, I think it's an exotic hand cannon, which I really like.
Uh-huh.
I had never used the hand cannon before, and I know that a lot of people... I think the hand cannon was a pretty popular choice as far as the PvP went.
Uh-huh.
So it was awesome.
Nice.
And I got some other weapon too. I don't remember what it was, but just so much stuff, like some new shaders, new equipment, just so much shit. So that part was really great. I tried the new multiplayer mode called Rift.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking awesome.
Nice.
It's like, so each home base for the team has what's called a rift, and in the middle is a spark, they call it. So every so often, quickly, the turnaround is very quick on it. The spark will ignite, and it just becomes a huge team firefight to capture the spark. So you have to kill off a few of the opponents, stand on the spark for 5-10 seconds, capture it. Then you have to take it to the opponent's base. So you're still running like through waves of opponents coming back at you. But when you capture the spark, the spawn timer, it increases for the opposition, so it gets a little bit easier. But it's almost, in Capture the Flag in Halo, if you have like a team going with you to kind of escort you, that's what happens.
Yeah.
And you get to the rift for the other team and you blow it up. And it was just so fun. It just like chaos at the spark. And oh my God, I really like Destiny a lot.
Nice.
I haven't done any of the Taken King story. I'm going to play through all of that this week. I can say that the leveling up is far more normal now.
Yeah.
And you level up very quickly.
Everything I've read about it, everyone seems to really like all the changes that have been made in it.
Everybody does.
So I haven't seen anything negative about it so far. So there's not a bunch of places haven't put out like full reviews, but because there's so much in it, they've put like first impressions, and all of those are really overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, to be honest with you, we may want to come up with a backup plan for next week, just in case. Yeah. Because I don't know how my schedule's going to line up this week.
Gotcha.
Episode 2 on Mario Maker.
Yeah, right. The lost levels.
Mario Maker take.
But yeah, so far, very initial impressions, just with updates and everything. Fantastic.
Excellent.
Yep.
Okay. Did you play anything else?
No. I got early access to FIFA today. Wasn't downloaded in time.
Gotcha.
Which is probably for the best, which allowed me to finish my level.
Right. Gotcha. Okay, Will, you didn't really play anything, right?
I played and beat Metal Gear Solid 5.
Bullshit.
Nope, still haven't played it.
Spent 80 hours the past week playing it.
This is actually what I've been doing. When you guys did the episode on it last week, that's what I was actually doing.
You were just playing.
But yeah, no, I got nothing.
Nice. Okay.
Have you even turned it on, Will? Sorry, Dan.
No.
Oh, okay. Just curious.
Yeah, I'll get there.
I played two things real quick other than Mario Maker. Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm up to 28 hours played. I started focusing more on the story. I could easily get mired in all the side quests and exploring and stuff. But I've got a bunch of stuff I've got to beat. I got a few games I want to start and beat before, I'd like to at least play some Fallout before the new Fallout game comes out. So stuff like that. So I kind of want to, get going on it. So I did exclusively story missions. I think I'm to mission 20. So still love that game. It's really good. Not much more to say other than that. I also played a little more Splatoon because I got the Splatoon amiibo. What that does in the game is it unlocks challenge levels, which you can use to unlock equipment. So I started working on those, which are neat. They're you go into the single player story missions, and then there's like a challenge with it. A lot of them seem to be like a timed challenge, so you just rush through the level as fast as you can. You have to beat it in under a certain time. But the really hard ones are you have a limitation on how much paint you can use. So you got to get to the end of the level with only a certain amount of paint in your splat tank or whatever. And those are actually really hard because you're kind of trained to
paint everything
when you're playing Splatoon. So to conserve that so you can get through a level, and there's the bad guys around there that you have to splat, and you've got to use it to climb up walls and stuff. So it's really a neat challenge to do that. Luckily, most of them seem to be the speed ones, which is quite a bit easier. But each thing has, I think each amiibo has 18 challenge levels. And I think only 3 of them are the ink saver ones. So that's good because I've had quite a bit of trouble with some of those. So, but yeah, that was really, really neat.
Which Splatoon amiibo is your favorite?
I think the squid, mostly because he's the rare one. He's the one that didn't come by himself. You could get the Inkling boy and the Inkling girl by themselves,
which they had at Nintendo World.
Yeah. But the squid one, at least for now, only came in the 3-pack. And he was also the one with the really cool equipment that you can unlock in Splatoon. So that's the one I really wanted. So he's the levels I did first.
That's the one I liked.
Yeah, he's got almost like a Cylon looking outfit, Corey, from Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Silence. So, looks really good.
I'm gonna have to borrow these, Dan.
Yeah, that's fine.
To put them on Mario Maker.
Yeah, can do.
No.
If you say I unlock these on Mario Maker, would I have to put them on there every single time?
I don't think so. I think just when you put it on there, it unlocks again. I'll check that for next week. I actually
Okay.
wanted to do that with mine. I forgot every time I had the opportunity to do so.
I think I like the girl Splatoon.
The color is the coolest.
Orange is my favorite color.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Her hair's cool too.
A new map just got dropped tonight in Splatoon that I want to play really bad.
Nice.
So Corey, I mean, you talked about all the updates for Nintendo games. Splatoon's gotten a ton of stuff for free since it first came out. A ton of new weapons, ton of new items, a ton of new maps, new game modes. They're really doing a nice job with supporting that. So
Did you end up taking my Splatoon, Corey?
No.
Why didn't you?
I don't know.
Cool.
I was ready to trade in my Wii U.
And then Mario Maker.
Yeah.
Mario Maker screwed you over.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I played. I hope to have more gaming done for next week.
Me too.
I hope to have Metal Gear Solid beaten. Not
Ooh.
gonna happen. Not gonna
FIFA
happen.
comes out on Tuesday. There that goes.
Are we gonna have to confiscate your Xbox? You would have to take the whole Xbox because it's digital.
No, I got physical.
Oh, you got physical.
I did. For
So we
the,
can-
the Best Buy.
Yeah, oh yeah. So we can confiscate the disc then.
Is that
Yeah.
your FIFA amiibo you're holding up, Eric?
Yeah, this is Cristiano Ronaldo's amiibo. Eerily similar to the Ganondorf, but there are a few differences. I don't want to spoil it for those that are going to buy it.
Ganondorf Amiibo is pretty cool.
It is cool. I almost bought it at Best Buy when I went there.
Yeah.
But like I said, I usually only buy the rare ones when I come across them just for shits and giggles. But now I might change that strategy.
Yeah.
I have to get a Pikachu.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
you do.
Because I saw a video of Pikachu and Mario Maker. I said, well, I have to have that.
Yeah. I played a couple levels with as Pikachu
That's
in
so
Mario
cool.
Maker.
So fucking cool.
Yep. Okay. Feedback.
Yeah.
Eric, you wanna read feedback?
I emailed it to
Oh,
you
you
if you want
emailed
to
it?
call it up, yeah. What amiibo skin would you want to play most in Mario Maker? Top of your head.
Duck on Dog.
Duck on Dog.
Followed by Falco.
Falco. Corey?
It doesn't do anything for me.
No, doesn't.
No. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you don't fall for the gimmicks like I do,
No.
which I like about you.
Just the like Game & Watch, just the super obscure ones. I think
Yeah.
would be the most fun.
But don't you think you could kind of like Dan was saying, like make some pretty cool themed stuff?
Yeah, I know people have
Saw that.
done like Zelda style dungeons with the Link.
That's pretty cool.
Skin.
I either I played one or the wife played one that was Pac-Man. And
Yeah,
it had they used the Pac-Man amiibo and had Pac-Man in the eating coins and
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool.
being chased by Goombas. Oh, there's the email.
Got it?
Finally, my freaking tablet was
Got one from Jake and one from Tito.
cool.
What kind of tablet you got, Dan?
This is a Samsung Galaxy Tab 4.
Okay.
7-inch. It was my wife's, but when we got the new tablet, that's when I traded my NVIDIA Shield in. She gave me this one.
Right.
But I'm borrowing one of my friend's flammable NVIDIA Shield is extra. So to play Final Fantasy Tactics on, yeah. Email Idaho Jake says, "Hey guys, sorry I might miss the live stream because of Destiny and football. Who's playing football tonight?
Kansas
Oh,
City
Broncos and
Denver.
Chiefs are playing.
Okay,
Shit.
is your team set up?
It was 0-0.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Destiny is so much better now. I'll say Nolan
That's
North
nice, yeah.
just brings more emotion into the ghost and makes the whole story better. Today my twins turned 6, and tomorrow I will have been married for 16 years. I really hope Eric starts playing more Destiny later, guys. Well, congrats on being married 16
Yeah,
years,
that's awesome,
buddy.
dude.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Happy birthdays to the children's.
Yep. 6. They grow up so fast. So goddamn fast.
I couldn't believe when you told me Max was going to preschool.
Preschool, yeah. My daughter's almost 2 already.
That's crazy.
God.
Yeah. Man, she's hitting the terrible twos though. Holy crap.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Sorry.
See, with my son, he didn't get to be a pain until he was 3, and they call that being a three-nager. He's great when he was
I've
2.
never heard that.
Yeah, three-nager. I guess it's more of a male thing. The terrible twos is more of a female thing, from what I gather from other parents. So it's definitely the case for my family. Tito NLA says, I bought Mass Effect 1 and 2 off Steam that was bundled and discounted. I wish I got it on Origin because it includes both DLC for Mass Effect 1, whereas the Steam version only has one of the DLCs. But I started playing the first one, and I remembered how much I love the Mass Effect universe. I think the first one excels with lore more than the others, since it sets up the universe. Then I remembered all the annoyances stemming from the inventory. Luckily, playing on PC, you can alter the system files of the game. I was able to increase the max inventory from 150 to 500. That way, mid-game, you aren't constantly having to do inventory management every time you kill an enemy. I plan on playing all 3 games straight. I just wish there was a bundled version so that everything in the 3 games, including all the DLCs. So far, there's no Mass Effect 3 bundle that includes all the DLC like Omega and Citadel. Started playing The Taken King, but I don't have much time during the week because of work. So far, the game is cool, and it looks nicer with the new slick quest page. I got some nice rewards for being a 1-year player, which is cool too. Not much else to talk about besides only having the weekends to play. Hopefully I can join up with Eric so we can do the old raids. There's apparently a hidden ghosts added to one of the raids. As always, enjoyed playing some Rocket League with Eric this past weekend. I'm hoping to get more Rocket League in with a bigger group. Some private matches would really be fun with friends. Thanks, Tito. Yeah, Mass Effect is a series I cannot wait to revisit. And I'm just waiting for the right time, which I don't know if that's going to come, but I really want to play Mass Effect again. Because like you, I have 1 and 2 on Steam, and then I have 3 on Origin. And I don't know if any of those come with any of the DLC. I have to check. I feel like Mass Effect 2 came with DLC.
I think Mass Effect 2 does, 1 does not, and 3 is on Origin, and you have to buy that all separately.
Okay. Which I will when the time comes, when I finally get around to playing it. But
yeah,
I totally agree. Gameplay-wise, I like Mass Effect 2, ultimately the best out of the series. But he's absolutely right. Absolutely right. Like, the lore sets up so nicely in the first one, and that really sucked me into the series.
Yeah, because with me, I was the same way. Mass Effect 2 is the one that
I like the best.
Yeah, I thought was the best one.
But it's also not the end of the trilogy too, so it has that going for it.
Although the more I look back on 3, the more I like it.
Yeah, well, 3 was an awesome game.
I need to play it again.
I loved it till the last hour.
Star Child.
It was fantastic until I got all confused.
I think everybody did.
And Tito, we're gonna try and figure out a time when you can join us to talk about The Taken King. Even if we can't do it next week, if we have to do it the week after, that would work for us too. So just keep us posted on when's a good time for you to Skype in and join us.
Unless, of course, you don't want to do it.
Well, yeah, if you don't
have to.
If you don't want to do it,
Actually,
that's fine
Tito,
too.
no, you do have to do it. Sorry.
Yeah. Eric's making you.
Yeah. To Tito and Jake, please let's play Taken King together.
Yeah.
I want to play it, but I would love to play it with other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
get with Eric about times and stuff to play.
yes, I would love to play with you guys.
Yeah, he said got some nice rewards for being a 1-year player.
Yeah.
Present. Showered with
Oh
presents.
man, it was fantastic. Just a great re-entrance. It's
Our
our game was a little shaky. Here's a lot of stuff for you.
It's that, like Corey talks about, the little shot of dopamine when
Exactly.
you first log in.
It's one after
great.
another.
Yeah, I like that. And then talk about playing Rocket League with Eric. So that's it. For
Yeah, always
feedback.
good times playing Rocket League with Tito.
All right, I think that's everything, right?
Wow.
Corey, question of the week for next week?
No, like I said, I'm putting that on hiatus until I get the website finished.
Yeah.
Which I'm starting to realize I'm just going to go back to... I'm going to use the same template we had before, but obviously make it look different. It's just that template before was way more customizable, and a lot of the ones... it's built on Squarespace. A lot of the Squarespace templates nowadays are kind of restrictive.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really nice, but like you said, for what we're trying to do, I guess.
Yeah. It'd be different if we were photographers or something.
Right.
You know, but we want to have content on the
all of our
website.
shit there.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll mess around with it a little bit more, but
I do like the new colors and stuff, though.
yeah,
Yep.
I do want it to be less busy than it was in the past.
Right.
A little bit more modern and elegant, but we'll see.
Sounds good. I should be caught up on blog posts. I hope that I'm gonna try and put this episode up right away. This Mario Maker has kind of a following right now, so
I'm also working on a Rocket League highlight reel
oh, nice.
that I've probably got about halfway done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not great with the editing tools on the PS4.
It takes time to tinker with everything. And figure it
Yeah,
out.
I trimmed a couple of clips a little bit too much, so it's like too fast.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's a short clip anyway. A couple of them were like some saves that I made. So I don't
Not much lead up to the save. is what you're saying?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and then right after, because usually what I do is if something cool happens, I'll save the clip.
Yeah.
So there's not much after it either.
Gotcha.
Because I have to do it quick before the timer before the match restarts
Yeah.
after a goal or whatever. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
working on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean we're working on putting out more content in general. I would like we talked about it during our Mario Maker thing, but I would like, for us to keep updated like with our new levels on Mario Maker because I can play them with I've got the Will's Elgato game capture for the Wii U. So I can put those up.
I'll
too.
try to pump a few out
Okay.
here and there.
Yeah, maybe I'll do like all of our levels so far once you get your level up, and I'll
Okay.
do a video of me playing all of our Thumbstick athletes levels.
Yeah,
to
and
this
I'll
point.
test out some amiibo stuff on there too.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, next week possibly Taking King, but possibly not. We don't know. I think we're gonna spend some time when we get done with this episode, at least a few minutes, brainstalking topic ideas and getting a schedule. A little
For
short
backup, if we wanted, we could do a quick FIFA
schedule. Okay.
thing and then
We
talk
could-
about whatever.
We could do a
Gotcha.
joint FIFA NHL.
Did somebody get NHL?
I want to.
Do you really?
Dave in Boston was in the chat earlier and said it's awesome.
Oh, okay.
I've heard
Maybe.
good things.
I mean, I liked it more than last year's, just from the brief time I played the early access.
Is it out? Like officially out?
Yeah, it's out.
One of the reviews I read said
You're gonna buy it.
God, I
It's-
hate my life.
it is a big improvement from last year's. They said last year's was the worst in a while.
Yeah.
I haven't played it in a while.
It
so I
was
don't know.
bad.
That one burned me.
Okay.
Maybe I'll make a trip after this episode.
We could do a EA Sports next week. Showcase.
Talk about Madden too, because you played Madden.
I'll sit out that one.
Yeah, me too. Guess you better buy FIFA, Will.
I think
Fine.
they put the FIFA games on Origin. I think I could probably play the FIFA demo
Oh yeah, there
for
you
next
go.
week. I'll check.
I
but-
mean, I'd rather do Taken King,
right?
just in case.
Yeah, we'll keep it back up just in case. But Taken King is coming. We're planning on doing a Final Fantasy Tactics. It was a request to do a Final Fantasy Tactics like retro review episode. So I'm actually gonna be playing that on my Android tablet. So yeah, we don't know what we're gonna do in October. There's not a lot of games coming out in October, I don't think. So
No,
yeah, that'll do it for episode 217 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host Dan.
I'm Eric.
Will.
Corey.
Thanks for listening, and get out of my basement. Okay.